Welcome to the Smiling Sufferer podcast. Damn, you messed up my intro, bro. On the mic, you got Corey. It's been a couple weeks now. Missed y'all.
This might be the last episode for a while.
Wait, we can't hear you, Wale.
So this might be I can't hear myself too.
Okay.
I said this might be the last episode for a while.
Yeah, man, because we don't know what it's gonna look like in March. But let me finish introduction. So you got Corey on the mic. Wale is here. He's in a different position this time around because we're having some mic check issues. Mr. G,
Black James Bond.
Flash.
007.
007. The Black James Bond has caught a corona. Idris Elba.
Yeah, he's my stunt double, so you know.
I also have Danny here with me,
Hello.
aka GG Double G Green Goblin.
That was never agreed
Green
on.
Goblin.
I never approved that.
GG. And of course, we have our Lady of Laurel joining us via FaceTime.
This is social distancing. Are you guys 6 feet apart from each
Don't
other?
be shouting.
Yeti,
I'm
how
talking
far?
regular.
Yeti,
I'm good. How are you guys?
Yeti is in her closet right now. For those that can see, can I flip the camera?
No.
Okay. All right, just check it. I didn't want to set you
Why
up.
are you hiding in the closet? You trapped?
For better sound.
Are you trapped in the closet?
Dude, it's it's better sound quality if you're in a closet.
Okay.
Because the acoustics or whatever, I don't know. Something.
Have you guys heard this bop? Have you seen it? Everybody's going nuts, man, with this thing.
It's the coronavirus.
I mean, what, the song or the actual coronavirus?
With the coronavirus,
Being
man.
stuck at home.
Yes, what do you
Being
mean going
stuck
nuts?
at home?
We need to be going nuts.
Being
Yes,
stuck at
'cause
home.
It's crazy and it's killing people.
It
Yeah.
is. It is.
God forgive me. I was about to say it's killing them. Shot. No D.
What did I say? I didn't hear
I was
Wale.
good. I
Wale
was singing the
voice is
Burner
so low.
Boy song.
I see.
When you said it's killing people.
Yeah, but what you guys been up to, man? What's going on? How I want to hear all your corona stories. What's it like being quarantined indoors for the past 2 weeks now?
It's the same. Just stay home, man.
Stay home. You literally don't go out.
Go to the grocery store.
Nope.
That's all.
No, I've been
I haven't
out.
even got to the grocery store.
Wait, you've actually been stuck indoors for real?
Except to walk my dog, and that's it.
Wow. I know. I go out to the grocery store
No, I went to the grocery.
I go like once every 2 days.
No, I go to the grocery store. I go to the park. I go out wherever I can outside.
The other day, you went hiking in the park
Yeah,
in a
I
crowded
did.
place. Why?
I went to.
Well,
No, it wasn't crowded.
crowded?
There's just a lot of people. Well, there's a lot of people
What
out there,
was-
but nobody was
what's the
around
defi-
each other.
Since you're the fact checker, can you look up the definition of crowded, please?
You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a bunch of cars in the parking lot,
This is a
but
bunch of
everybody was
people.
keeping their distance. I went to bike ride. I did all kinds of stuff.
Bike ride.
Grocery store.
Yeah,
yeah,
I went
yeah,
on a
yeah.
trail.
You said so.
there was no one in the trail, right?
Yeah, there are people on the trail. You got people walking and running and other people riding bikes, but I mean, we're not on each other.
Yeah, but you know how they say the particles last for a few hours in the air now?
Yeah, they did. They said about 3 hours. Yeah.
Isn't that scary? That means
It's very scary.
you can literally walk into it.
Yeah, you could.
So I have a confession to make.
Well,
Full disclosure. I was in New York. I think I told you all. But very briefly, I didn't come out of my car.
So why are we here?
Wait.
I didn't come out of my car. I was in New York for a day.
Well, they just put a bulletin out on the
This
news
guy
that said
didn't
if you were
say-
in New York,
He didn't say
recently-
this
No.
thing before I got here. Now
Wait,
you're saying it when I'm
wait.
here.
So no, this was like 2
When
weeks
were you
ago.
in New York?
This was like when it first started. And I'll explain to you. I literally didn't come out the car. I don't want you guys freaking out. I didn't come out the car.
I mean, I washed my hands and everything before I got here.
And guys, full disclosure, I wiped this entire place down when I got here.
Okay.
We wiped it down like 3 times now. So we've taken all the precautions. At Smiling Suffer, we care very much for our host. So, yeah.
Who's we?
I care very much for the hosts. No, but I was
like
there.
I've been set
I
up.
was there. I was in the epicenter
like
of it.
I've been
Wale,
set up.
I thought I told you.
No, you did not. I've been set
Danny,
up.
I told you right when I went.
I've been
Yeah, you
set
did.
up.
Yeah, so I had to go. No, the reason.
I've been set
no,
up.
no. Wale, this was before it got really bad.
Don't get me, Sha.
This was before it got
Have you been
really
inside?
bad.
Have I been what?
Have you been inside the whole time?
Except to the grocery store.
Well, the grocery store. So I'll say this: I had a grocery store adventure where we were all this close to each other,
No, not me.
and this guy behind me touched me,
No.
and I had a little
Oh
moment.
no!
Yeah, I had a
I
little
went to,
moment, but he was trying to ask me if he could put his food on the belt, and I was like,
I
all
went
right.
to-
Then don't touch me. You can speak.
I
You
went
don't
to
have to touch
Costco.
people.
Well-
and, there was a line, but it wasn't a long line, and they were letting people in batches, so we weren't that many inside at one time.
Yeah, I was gonna
When-
say Costco's been doing 10 people per
Yeah.
at once, right, or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Wegmans has been practicing it
So-
too. That's the only other place I've seen, but everywhere else is like,
So
Come in.
and they wipe everything before you get the trolleys at Costco. They have hand sanitizers.
Nope.
Costco.
I ain't going nowhere.
I don't need that much stuff.
I have enough food to last me a month.
Well, I went there last Sunday. I'm probably gonna go again tomorrow, and maybe not for any time soon after that.
Okay.
Because you get water. Water is 40. You get 2 of that. It's 80 bottles.
Yeah, I
I'm
had the same
curious,
water I
though.
bought last week.
But honest question, like, how are you guys coping? You guys seem well adjusted.
Well,
It
last
appears.
night I was at the club.
Well, initially
Yeah,
my
I was,
anxiety was through the roof. Like it was terrible. But now I'm like, whatever.
I was at the Club Wale.
Okay.
Club Bond.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I had my hookah out. I had my sangria out. I had music playing. That was good, man.
So I was gonna bring that up. So there's been a new trend now on social media, where like they do this thing where everyone's having live sessions,
Virtual parties. Stuff.
virtual parties, live sessions.
I'm not that bored.
I watched one with Little Bootsy last night, and that was
you
really
say Little Bootsy?
Little Bootsy. It was very entertaining,
I
and there was
man.
like 70,000 people on there.
Yes.
Yeah, I stumbled across Tory Lane's.
Yeah.
Oh, last night he was singing, but I got off that
Yep,
one.
yep.
Little Boozies are lit. Like
This is-
he
Oh,
gets
nah,
on there
I don't watch
and
that.
then he goes, "Show me your titty."
Yeah, but there was
Did a
one.
twerking contest.
So there
last
was
night.
earlier, like last week, the Tory Lane, he calls it Quarantine Radio, and there was one he did where it's so funny because the girls on there are like, they're eager to come on and twerk.
Yeah.
And there was this one girl who came on and didn't want to twerk, and it was funny because I'm like, why Tory Lanez is picking up calls from girls? It's because he wants you to twerk.
Yeah.
And you came in the middle of this, and you're all like, "No, I can't twerk. I don't want to do this." So he said, "Are you in your closet or something like that?" And she's like, "No, why?" It's like, "Cause I need to hang up." And he just hung up because it's stupid. Like you're coming on. Like, what's the point of you joining his session when as a girl that's what he wants? And you.
So I think Little Boozy has been warned a few times now,
Because he's on his full nudity.
His has gone really raunchy.
It didn't
Yes,
just
they
start. It
have.
didn't just start. He's always been doing this.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but now it's like
more,
lit.
yeah. He's
And
on
it-
his
and
like.
it's become really
Yeah.
popular.
Last night was
70,000
really
people.
good.
It's full nudity.
70,000
No,
people.
I didn't
That's
see
a lot
nudity.
of people.
No, he's on his like. I want to see that. And
Yeah.
the girls
He's
like,
"Show me some titties."
yeah, and they
Oh yeah, he
they
put out a
busted
song too.
they busted open for
You
him.
heard his
man.
vagina song? Show
I
me your
don't care
vagina
for Lil
song.
Boozy, so.
So that's the little boozy one.
He's a mess. That guy's a
But
mess.
I mean, everyone is doing what they can to stay occupied. So
They are.
Yep, I've been
Um,
partying with Michelle Obama and Timmy.
Yeah,
With
so there was a
Michelle Obama
DJ.
At,
So-
at Club Quarantine.
Yeah, too. So who was that DJ? Who was that guy?
DJ D Nice.
I've never heard. Is he like a popular guy?
It's from the 80s and 90s.
Oh, okay. So you have
He's
like
with a group. I can't remember the name of the group right now, but he's part of a group. And now he's like he had over 110,000 people in his live at once.
110,000
Michelle was in
people.
there. Oprah was in there. All the celebrities were all in there because I guess they all know him, so they were all in there. And then now he's even using the club quarantine thing to do people register to vote.
Oh, really?
and all that stuff.
Yeti,
That's
Yeti.
when I saw
Yeti, I have something
he had
for
a
you.
whole thing in there.
Yeti, I have something for you.
And she comes out and kisses me into my surprise.
It's just literally trapped in the closet, man. Like, I just saw you on your stuff. I was like, yeah, this is definition of trapped in the
stupid,
closet, man.
I'm doing this for y'all. I can go back out if you want.
Okay, look at her.
It's better in here.
She doesn't
That's
like
why.
she doesn't like
It's
R.
fine,
Kelly,
it's
but she's
fine.
out here representing.
It's fine.
Are you taking pictures of me right now?
I'm taking a few shots because so that we can post online now. It's cool. It's pretty.
Oh god.
Can you let me know before you do it first?
Okay, all right.
So I
You
can-
ready?
So she could be ready.
You ready? He said she wants to post. All right. I got you.
Trapped in the closet, man.
So, which brings me to my next question. So, it seems like there are opportunities to come out of this crisis in terms of social media. I haven't quite figured out what it is yet, but I know that
What?
there's a lot of people streaming content. A lot.
Yeah.
There's all these lives going on. Like, I go online now, and it's not just celebrities. It's like my friends,
You see
and
that?
they're all having sessions.
You see what's his face? Ray Sherman. What's the other guy? What's the guy from it? The light skinned one. What's his name?
The light skin one.
Yeah,
Ray Sherman. Oh, Sway Lee.
Sway Lee. Yeah.
No.
He had a
Oh,
whole
yeah.
He had a
concert.
concert,
His
yeah.
He had a
concert
whole
in his house by himself.
I love.
I
how-
mean, first of all, there's one is light skin, one is dark skin. That's why I said the light skin one.
I thought that one was the light skin one.
Sway Lee is the light skin
Is
one.
he the light skinned one?
Sway Lee is the light
What's
skin
the other one you said? Ray Sherman.
The Ray Sherman is a group. That's
Yeah.
what they're called.
Sway Lee and
Sway
I'm
Lee
Really?
that was
And
name.
forget
I
his
can't remember
name,
the other
yeah.
one's name either.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right, we're going.
But Sway Lee is like the really talented one, right?
The other guy's a rapper. He's not bad.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, it's so all
It
these
was
opportunities are coming up, and
he was
everyone
doing a live
and
concert.
I feel like
Yeah.
in a way, it's kind of brought us. It's made us yearn for community more because I have
Right, 'cause
people
you
want to
can't go
connect
out.
online. There's people like posting more. There are people that I never even saw post videos that I'm seeing like what he posted videos.
it's also a trend. People like trends.
It's also a trend, and there was this one guy that he didn't trend for the right reasons. I'm gonna play.
The guy from Pentatonic.
Yeah, hold on.
He set her up, man.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna start again.
So my wife has been making a lot of food. Hey, what's up? And she just made Nigerian food. It's called jollof rice, and it's so fire. I just want to show this to you guys right now. Oh my gosh, that's the rice in the pot. Just look at all of that, everybody.
He set her up.
So good.
Look at my husband stir this
trying a lot.
jollof.
People cooking more at
Okay, Kev.
Look,
Okay, Kev.
that looks like mashed potatoes. It's not. That's not rice.
Maybe she doesn't know.
No, that's I said he set her up. Like A for effort, but like to go online and call that fire jollof rice, knowing that there's one thing that we don't joke with is jollof rice. But
Maybe it tastes good.
Oh my gosh, that was horrible.
I saw it on Twitter.
Maybe
I
it tastes better
retweeted
than
and
it
said,
looks.
well, I just said, look, man. I said A for effort, but my man set her up.
I'll be honest with
Indirectly.
you. I literally thought it was a sketch I thought he was a guy like
Nah.
IG comedian.
I don't
Did you
think
know
he
that
was
he's
being
actually
for real.
Nigerian?
he is Nigerian, but obviously it's obvious he didn't grow up Nigerian culture. 'Cause,
His name
you
is-
know.
Right. So to be
His
fair
name is
to him,
Olushola,
So
right?
yeah, so to fit, that's why I
Kevin
said
Olushola, so his mom's not Nigerian.
Yeah,
Actually,
he-
his mom's from Grenada.
Okay.
he indirectly
But still.
set her up because he obviously doesn't know the whole Nigerians and Ghanaians.
Why was he talking like that? She made me
Yeah,
Nigerian.
because I mean,
food.
dude, like, see, look, he's in an interracial relationship. She really tried to make him. You know, he probably can't even tell the difference between that and another. You know, jollof rice.
that's why he
knows the
did it.
difference
Come
now.
on.
He probably
Come
doesn't
on.
eat it that much now. You get.
Come
Yeah,
on.
you
But
don't know
he's
that.
seeing what jollof rice looks like.
You
now,
must have
Wale,
been to a
come on.
Nigerian
Well,
must-
but
he
he's.
must
He knows
eat
what
it. He
Nigerian
probably
jollof rice
requested
looks
it.
like.
Yeah, he probably requested it. I mean, who knows? Maybe that's the jollof rice they give in his house. Maybe that's how it looks like too.
She did try.
I doubt that.
How do you
That
know
shit
this?
looks
You
like
guys,
porridge.
I just believe she did try, but I think he set her up
So,
indirectly.
I felt bad for
I
that.
think
I
he
did
was
feel bad
happy
for her.
for her.
It was happy for her,
So-
but I feel
No.
bad for her.
So Danny, you're probably not aware, but what happened was the Nigerian community came for these guys. Like they were going
came
in
for them
to
and
the
they
point
mashed-
that
they
he had
mashed
to
jollof
he had to
potatoes.
bring down the video.
Yeah.
It was that bad.
He should have
That
just
poor
called it
thing.
mashed.
He deleted
jollof
it.
He deleted the
potatoes.
video.
You know,
and
that's why I say he indirectly
awful.
set her up. He didn't intentionally, like, if he knew that was not what it was supposed to look like,
yeah.
I think he might have not put it out there.
You think
but,
so?
Hey, man, he's supporting his wife, and, you know, kudos to them. But
Yeah, man, that was brutal, man. They came for her.
Yeah.
For her. They
That's
came for
unfortunate.
her.
But funny thing is, it wasn't just Nigerians that came for her. Americans too, because they're like,
They
that looks
did.
like mashed
it
potatoes.
does look like magic. But you see, to be
it's
honest, I think a lot of Americans too came for her because she's a white
I was
lady.
about to
lady.
say she's white.
So
That-
you know,
that's what it
and
was.
I always say this thing:
So
that
they
you guys
all-
we don't treat them fairly as much on social media with this. So
I think
Yeah,
that's what
trying
it
to
was.
say that
She
white
is
people
the
a
white
can't
people
cook.
can't cook, can't do. Look, she tried, man. you
Yeah, she
know?
did. And there's a lot of black people who can't cook.
Like a lot.
I see a lot of plates out there that look disgusting.
When they put out, they look like soggy ass chicken with colored greens that look
They're
like
like,
were
"I
made
put
2
my
weeks
food
ago.
in it."
Yeah, it's like, come on.
Yeah,
man.
you did. You put your foot in it. It looks disgusting.
All right. So let's get right back into the corona. I do have a question.
I get tired of hearing about Corona, man.
I do have a question. I'm sorry, I'm obsessed. So right now, corona is in all 50 states, right?
All right.
Yep.
They've already started. I think they started sending out like home testing kits. Correct me if I'm wrong.
They're
Yeti.
trying. Yes. I don't think they started yet. They're about to.
They're about to.
Last I saw, it hasn't been out there yet.
Now America is the number one in terms of infections.
Can you imagine? Over China.
We're like now.
Yes,
They're
now,
saying
yes.
China may not be fully disclosing.
Of course they're
One,
not, but
two,
we know that.
Two, they're saying it is the possibility. Apparently, China had to, because they started opening up their borders, they started opening up things, and they're saying that they might have started closing things again, meaning that there might be a reinfection.
Because there are now 10 new cases that I heard in China now.
Yes. So here is
So it's not gone yet.
So I guess my question is, how do we attack this thing? Because here's the thing, right? We're now in this situation where we're having to pick between our economic viability in this country. Huh? A what? A wipe?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you need to. Okay. Oh, you need the keys?
Key to the-
I think it should be open. It should be good. So, Yeti. Yeah, talk to me. So, the infection rate, right? It's at a point right now where it hasn't peaked, right? Or do you think it has peaked? Hello, Yeti.
I think
Hello?
she's frozen.
Yeah, sorry, I can hear you now.
Did you leave your closet? Go
Okay.
back into the closet.
No, leave her alone.
Hello?
Because she's wherever she's doing.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Oh, I'm saying the people going to the grocery store every 2 days too. Sit your ass home. Order it if you have to. Because every time you go out, you're infecting somebody, or even if it's accidentally, you don't know what you're doing, but you could be infecting people.
Okay, it's locked.
So sit home. Stay home.
Okay, stay home, but that's easier
Stay
said than
home.
done, isn't it?
Well, you want people to keep dying?
No, I'm not saying I want people to
Okay,
keep
so
dying.
then sit home.
So-
Sit at your butt home.
So what you're suggesting is that everyone just completely shuts down.
Yes.
Now, are you aware of the economic implications of that?
Right, but you need people to make the economy boom, don't you? If everyone's dead, there's no economy.
Okay, no, but everyone's not gonna die because you get an infection doesn't mean you die, right?
Well, right.
So
but
have-
think of people that have bad immunity and autoimmune diseases and old people and even young people. That's the thing. I think the misconception right now is that young people are not dying from this. Young people are.
They are.
People that don't
They're
have
just
any
not dying at the
issues.
rate that old people are.
Right, but the people they don't. The way they made it out at first was like, oh, young people will just get like a little cold and that'll be it. There are a lot of young people dying
Yeah.
that have no existing
They
condition
are,
at all.
But it didn't work. So
Okay.
Yeti, like I was saying, so I'm gonna have you run over the stats. But before we do, again, I want to put the different things out there. You're saying that we need to completely shut down. Bill Gates too has put that out there. He's saying that we need to
Yes.
shut down between
Completely.
6 to 8 to 10 weeks, right?
Yes,
And
because think about it. Continue. Sorry.
And this is the same thing China did. In fact, they were more effective because, of course,
Yes.
they're an authoritarian state, so they can get away with some
Right.
things.
That's
They were
right.
actually locking people in, and people that were outside, they were dragging them to jail. So they were more effective with that, right? But here's the thing about shutting down. here's the tricky thing about shutting down that, I want people to really understand there are consequences to this too.
I agree.
And some of these consequences are tied to human lives also.
Like what?
Like
Financially?
when people lose jobs, and if first of all, we're already looking like we're headed towards a recession. If we shut down for 6 to 10 weeks, there's a possibility that we might slip into a depression, which is even way more severe and could take us years and years to recover, and could lead to loss of lives too in the long run. Because think about it, people won't have jobs, people may not have housing, people may not have food to eat. There's all sorts of things. So I think right now that's what the U.S. government is kind of
trying to avoid. I agree.
And that was why they recently passed a $2 trillion bill. So that's why the idea of shutting down completely and making sure no one comes out of their house, what happens is the economy slows down. There's no trade of sales. There's no kind of productivity whatsoever. And people can't pay their bills. And it has this cascading effect where,
But people already can pay their bills, though. That's the thing. A lot of people are getting furloughed and fired and stuff right now.
They are.
I mean, it's going to get worse.
But it'll be worse, is what I'm saying. So I guess that's my question. So what do you do, and how do you?
And well, I'm looking at it in the financial person, but in terms of public health, America has surpassed even China. We're now 105,000 cases.
Yeah.
And that's people that they're tested. So imagine people that they're not tested.
Yes.
Because not everybody that's showing symptoms, they're tested.
But we're testing a lot more. We're testing at a faster rate now.
Now we're getting better kits and all that stuff. Now, hopefully, they said by next week, we'll be able to get the at-home testing kits.
Yes.
So it's going to jump. We're not flattening the curve at all. We're actually going even more up.
We're still going up.
Yes, we'll keep going up. But I say we all stay home. That's my solution to it.
We just stay home.
I don't know.
And
stay home.
And just be damned. Whatever happens, happens.
I mean,
now
we're gonna get more people dying.
Okay, now
people gonna be dying.
Now I want to throw another school of thought out there, and you guys should pay attention to this because this is really, really key. Some people have said we may need to deploy the herd immunity strategy. Are you familiar with that, Mr. G?
What did you say?
Yeah, recently I've heard about it.
Herd immunity strategy.
Oh yes, so that actually is what a lot of people can't get vaccines anyway, like the measles vaccine and all those vaccines.
Yes.
So if enough people in the community are immune to the disease,
yes,
it's gonna protect people like me that can't get some vaccines or whatever.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what the herd immunity is. That's why when people always say, "Oh, I'm against immunizations," I'm like, "Shut the fuck up, okay? I'm sorry, but shut up." Not everybody can get immunizations.
But then the herd immunity is kind of it's pretty much everyone just goes out and they just get it, is what they're saying. Just get it so that you go immune to it.
Isn't that what we're doing now?
No, but if we went
back to regular life, if we went back to regular life, that's what we would be doing. We would just be putting ourselves in the way of catch it, so that we can hopefully be immune to it.
Some people are saying that. And they're saying that maybe the older people and the weaker people can stay home so that they're not exposed to it. But like the relatively healthy people can go out there, keep doing it. We may have some casualties. I'm not saying this is the right way, but they're saying that.
That's the thing.
And a lot of people don't. Right. A lot of people don't even realize that they're not as healthy as they think. So I don't even think that's a good idea.
You're right. And I think there's a lot.
What did you say? I didn't hear you. What did you say?
I said that a lot of people don't realize that they're not as healthy as they think. Like these people that you're seeing, they're filming themselves. Are like, "Oh, I'm 39 years old and I got this virus." And I'm like, "Well, maybe you did have an underlying health issue that you didn't know about, but now you know."
And that's the thing, exactly, because of our healthcare system too. People don't get. A lot of people haven't been to doctors in years,
right?
And some people, even if you've been, you don't know what you have or you don't have.
And there are a lot of unhealthy Americans. Now, keep in mind, this was a strategy the UK were going to go forward with. This was initially what they...
The herd immunity thing?
Yeah, they weren't going to... They were just going to keep going. And then after a while, they freaked out. People freaked out. They were like, no, we can't have people die. And that's when they started reeling things back. Now, you have Boris Johnson that has it.
The prime minister,
right? The prime minister has it. I mean, that's a scary, prospect of the leader of your country actually has this disease. There's some other countries.
He's self-quarantined now.
He's self-quarantined now. Again, I don't know if that's the way to go about it, but I just want to throw that out there that some people have said that if we build some kind of herd immunity, that we can
immunity
it might cause casualties in the short run, but in the long run, they said that the chances of the virus coming back and then infecting us again will be lower because we'll have built some immunity towards it.
We don't know, though. That's the thing. We don't know this virus.
You say you're not willing to die?
I'm willing to die for you. I'm not willing to take that chance, and I'm not going to put my parents up for that either.
No, but that's what I'm saying. They're saying the older people would still stay home.
Yeah, but...
And then younger people would just...
But the thing is, though, herd immunity is built up over years, though. It's not just 1 year.
That's true.
It's built up over several years.
That's true.
It's not just like, in a month we go then get herd immunity. No, that's not how it works. But this virus, we don't know how it's going to work. If you've had it before, you can still get it again. How severe it's going to be the second time or all that. We don't know anything yet.
Okay.
We don't know.
How about the chloroquine remedy? What do you think about it?
We don't know about that one either. So supposedly in China and Japan, when it first started, they tried it in conjunction with antibiotics.
Yeah.
And some old Ebola drug that didn't work for Ebola. It's like they didn't just use chloroquine for. It wasn't just like take chloroquine and you'll be fine. It was like a combination of drugs that they used for some people, and it's really worked. But the data is too small. We haven't really...
It was like 30 people, right? Yeah, I can hear you.
Right, exactly. We haven't really researched it as much. And that's that's one of the, research. Yeah. We have to research these drugs before we just push it out to the public. Yeah, so chloroquine is not that... It's lethal. It can kill people.
It's not that lethal.
Oh, no. No, it can't. It depends on the dose.
If you OD on it, but if you OD on anything can kill you, though, right?
Listen, Nigeria, we only took it you took maybe 5 days and you're done.
Yeah.
Wow.
The dose that they're saying for this coronavirus is 500 milligrams twice a day for 10 days.
Oh, that's what they're recommending? Yes. That's a lot.
Yes.
Sorry, Danny, you're about to ask a question.
No, my question was what about the malaria drug? Is this the same thing? Or
it's the same thing.
Yeah, okay. That's chloroquine.
It's called chloroquine.
Okay.
And we took it as kids. Well, I took it as kids. Well, did you ever take it?
We all did.
I did. I
feel like if you live in Nigeria, you did.
I had the worst reaction
we don't know. We don't know about chloroquine yet either. They're still researching. That's why people, Oyinkan, our friend Oyinkan, and that's our job. Yeah. We write protocols and we carry out research and stuff to see the efficacy of it, how well it works, and the side effects and all that stuff. We don't know anything about chloroquine working for this disease yet. They're testing it out. I know for some cases they're using compassionate use.
Yes, they are.
So so compassionate use means there's no other thing they can do for you. They're just gonna throw everything at you that can work. So they're using compassionate use for chloroquine for some people right now. And some people say it's working, but we don't have the numbers yet. We can't just be throwing things out there and saying, it's going to work when we don't know.
Well, we need some kind of hope. We need something to hold on to. We need something.
I mean, I agree, but let's research it first. I mean, unfortunately, the thing is, research takes time.
It does. And they said that it could take them a year. The earliest we can get a vaccine will be a year.
Vaccine, yeah.
That's right.
We can't wait that long. You know why we wait that long for vaccines, though? Because you want people to die more testing the vaccine. If you say, it works in 2 months, then give it to everybody, and people die more from the vaccine than from the actual disease.
Fair.
Vaccines can kill people, too, if they don't test it out well enough.
Fair. Because it's actually, the way they build those vaccines is they're actually taking viruses and putting it inside people.
Right, and put it a little bit in your body. It's inoculated, so it's not active, or it's not live, but they put a little bit of it in your system so your body gets immune to it.
Okay.
Another thing with the chloroquine thing, there's some people that have lupus that they've been taking hydroxychloroquine for 10, 20 years. And it's been, you know what lupus is? It's an autoimmune disease.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
That your body attacks itself.
Yeah.
So people that have lupus have been taking hydroxychloroquine. It's a sister of chloroquine.
Yeah.
And it's been working for them. It's been making their disease stay at bay. They haven't had any issues, no reactions, no nothing. And now imagine these people can't get their drugs anymore. Because all these hospitals are saying we don't have hydroxychloroquine for you.
There's like a shortage.
We're going to keep it for... Right. Yeah, so those people too are going to go to the hospital. They're going to get corona.
There were some idiots. There were some idiots that went to go and take fish tank cleaner. They went and ingest it, and they said, "Oh,
Well, I wouldn't call them idiots. It's because what the president is putting
it was a
out there.
fish tank cleaner."
But they saw
Come on.
chloroquine. The other
No,
was chloroquine.
but it didn't have. They didn't see chloroquine. It had queen in it.
No. It was
no. Can I
chloroquine
explain?
phosphate. No.
Can
I looked at it. It was chloroquine phosphate. That's what it was.
They
had
use it to
chloroquine in
clean
it.
fish tanks, and they decided that they
Yes.
would ingest that. No one ever said go ingest something that you used to clean fish tanks.
If the president chloroquine works, I think. So a prophylaxis too, so it could be preventative. People are gonna take it.
No one in their right minds would decide that. Oh yes, because it happens to have a queen in it, then I'm gonna go and take what we used to
It
clean
was
the fish tank.
chloroquine phosphate that they took.
But it wasn't a
But
medicine.
what about people that took actual chloroquine pills and died still
Which
in
people?
Nigeria?
They said
Did
some.
you
They said
see
some
it?
people OD'd and ended up at the hospital.
Yeah,
I
they
didn't
took
hear about
too
them
much.
dying.
Yeah. They died. 3 people died from
Can you
it.
move on from Corona, please?
No, there's still some things I want to touch on. I want to touch on the
3
leaders.
people died from that.
The religious
from
leaders.
overdose of it.
And I know Wale,
Anyway.
and I know Wale, you're tuning out, but this
I'm not
is
tuning
the thing that's at the forefront of people's minds. We can't
I mean, that's what
avoid
everyone's
it.
thinking about right now. You can't avoid Corona right
So
now.
I want to ask,
tried it.
and again, I want to learn as much, and I want to inform our listeners as much as we possibly can. I was going to bring up leaders, religious leaders.
Yeah, what's that?
Oh, was that a gunshot?
I don't know. I'm trying to find out.
Wait, you said a gunshot?
So the religious leaders. Don't worry, I'm going to go lock it down.
Probably guys outside.
The religious leaders in Nigeria,
Uh-huh.
a lot of them have been
Not just in Nigeria, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Even here. So apparently, there's the Jews in
Yeah,
Brooklyn,
but let's address
like the
that.
really religious ones.
the Jews. Yeah,
Yeah, the Hasidic ones.
yeah,
They didn't cancel their schools
yeah. That's
or
that's-
their
that's
parties and
silly.
any of that stuff.
That's silly.
So that you're gonna mix it. You're right. It's like, really, come on.
So let me explain. In Nigeria, there's something going on in Nigeria where there's a bunch of religious leaders that are insisting that their parishioners or their congregations, right, have to still show up to church. They have to still give tithes. There's this one particular one that I'm going to play for you. It's Oyedepo. Did I pronounce that right?
Oh, yeah, Depo.
Oyedepo. And this is him. That was what I said down.
You said, oh, yeah, Depo.
Oyedepo. So
Okay, continue, sorry.
So this is Oyedepo, right? That's him. That's what he looks like. He's this popular pastor in Nigeria. He has a congregation like in the thousands, and they show up every Sunday. They treat him like a god, and he gave like a little speech. I can't find it now. Okay, I think this is it. Let me play.
The hell's that noise?
Information from the Office of the Council President, the Special Assistant on Media, said because the event took place in the course of the week, many congregants don't have any ways of connecting with any information.
I mean, this is
So they're
him.
bound to show up in
This was last Sunday.
We don't
He
have-
still has.
I didn't hear it.
He still has his congregation out there.
Wait, what did you play something, a
Yeah,
clip?
yeah, I'm playing it.
What
right
did
now.
you say in the clip? Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is in the clip. The clip that I found where he was actually telling people that they needed to still show up and pay their tithes, and pretty much
They should be locking these people up. They should be locking these people up. I'm sorry.
everyone was pissed off because you're not really helping the situation. And it's not just the pastors. There's some Muslim countries too now where there are people still showing up to mosque.
Yeah, I saw apparently in Senegal. They're predominantly Muslim. There were some people. They locked up an imam, and the people went and rioted in the streets. Like, really, come on! You're spreading it even more amongst yourself.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It really is. And I think here's what I would say: if you're in a church right now, and your pastor is telling you that you still need to show up, you really need to reassess that church you're going to, because they're literally putting your lives at risk. And I find
But
that to be
our
ridiculous.
people would not do that. Nigerians especially worship pastors, not even God. They worship the pastors more than they worship God, unfortunately.
Yeah,
And anything the pastor says goes.
I find that to
Well,
be
even in the
ridiculous.
United States, it's still an issue because I had to talk to my dad about not going to church. And I said, you could find a different way. They're still working through it to find a different way to give tithes, but you don't need to attend this church service, especially since most of his congregation is elderly.
But I'm not even sure paying tithes should be the priority right now.
I mean, but they
We
have
might
to
be
keep
going
the
through-
lights on, and there's other things that go on, and it is one of your duties, right? So
Okay.
if it's something that you feel like you still need to do, then go ahead and find an alternate way. But I wouldn't put my life in danger for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Fair.
And my church right now is so the church, dad's church doesn't do online church
No.
or online services.
Yeah, they don't know how to navigate it. It's a very old church. And everyone is elderly. They don't even know how to turn the computer on. So they still try to meet in person.
That's irresponsible of the church, though. We gotta hold this church is responsible.
Yeah.
Like you have an elderly community congregation.
Yeah, you're putting them at
You
risk.
want to put their life at risk?
You're
Yeah.
putting them at risk. It's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Last thing here on Corona that I wanted to bring up was, so what are the best ways? Let me repeat that. What are the lessons from this coronavirus? Like, what are the things that that you've learned in having been quarantined for all these days? Let's say something happens in 2 weeks and we get out and everything goes back to normal. It's not gonna happen in 2 weeks. It's not. But I want us to
It's not happening in 2 weeks.
I want to paint a picture here. What lessons should we be getting out of this? I'm going to start with you, Yeti.
I don't come back. I'm trying to think. What lessons have we learned, or what lessons should we learn from this?
What lessons have you learned, and what lessons should we all be learning?
One lesson I've learned is I thought I was antisocial. I'm not as antisocial as I thought I was because
really?
I miss people.
You did?
Yes, I miss people's interaction now. I miss going to work, and I hated my commutes going to work every day.
Yeah.
But I'll take it right now.
Really?
I'm going to complain later when I go back to work, I'm sure. But right now, I would do anything to drive to.
You know, someone was saying that by the time we go back to life as usual, everyone is going to be so excited. Everyone's going to be like throwing parties. The summer is probably going to be lit. They're going to be having Corona parties, like post-Corona parties.
Post-Corona parties, right?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, though, we might not be done with this by July. Unfortunately.
You think so?
To be realistic, yeah, I don't think we will be.
By July.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Any lessons that you think we as a society should be taking out of this?
All the people that are against socialized medicine and socialism and all that stuff. What we're doing right now is socialism.
Okay.
All the government handout. Well, I want to call them handouts. The government what's the word I'm looking for? Bailouts and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's socialism.
So you think this
1,200,000 whatever that they're giving everybody. That's socialism.
Yeah, I think it's 1,200 for anyone that makes less than 75,000 and below. And then it reduces, and then I think it gets capped off at 100,000. Anything if you make over 100,000, you're not getting anything. And I think if you're a couple, you also get like 2,400, something like that. But so you're saying that this is making a case for Bernie's stance of Medicare for all.
Yeah, I mean not just Bernie, everybody that's been for Obamacare. Did you see
for socialized medicine?
Yeah, socialized medicine is a thing. We need it right now.
Yeah, but Obamacare is not really socialized medicine. It's
it's not.
corporate.
But I'm saying, right. But it helps. Did you see? Apparently, they were even thinking of going back to that.
I saw that. I saw something about that. Interesting.
So it's like.
So that's your
crazy.
take. Your take is that
this
is a case for socialized medicine.
How about socialism? Period.
And socialism. Yeti, you become a socialist.
I'm not a socialist, but some aspects of it works.
Okay, fair. Danny, what lessons have you learned from this, and what lessons should we as a society be taking out of this corona?
I don't know. As far as lessons learned,
you personally,
I haven't learned anything. I'm pretty, clean, and I've always been well stocked. I don't really mind not being around people.
Really?
I'm an only child. I can survive. I'll call you on the phone, and if you're not eating my food, that's fine. I don't mind.
So your life doesn't feel upended by this whole thing?
Yeah, I still continue to do some of the things that I used to do. Of course, I can't go out to eat. I can't. There's a little certain thing. I'm not going to the movies or going skating or something like that. No, but there's certain aspects of my life that I'm actually getting more into, which is one of the things I mentioned was hiking, because I had kind of fallen off from doing it, and now it's like, all right, well, get back into some other passions that you had.
Interesting.
Cleaning up.
Okay.
I'm very
and
junky.
I think that's because
good. Go ahead. Uh-oh.
Sorry, you're breaking up.
Okay.
Whoa,
she's coming back out.
Hello?
Oh.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I'm saying the reason why a lot of people are not missing much is because America hasn't really shut down as much as we should. There should be a total, complete shutdown.
Wait, so you haven't
house.
felt like any kind of cabin fever?
You can't.
Being stuck indoors?
I have not been inside.
For an extended period of time?
I'll say this. My first week, I kind of, not necessarily cabin. Well, I don't know. I felt a little overwhelmed. And then I said, I'm not about to stay inside and look crazy and just be like, I feel like I was just losing my mind. Just waking up, rolling out of bed, going to work in my living room, and then that's it. But after that, I said, I'm going to just start taking advantage of just going out. The little things that I can do. So I haven't lost my mind yet. Okay. Not completely. But one thing I can say, maybe what we should learn, or what we... As a society, is about being patient and compassionate. I know I've had a couple incidents since I've been out. Nothing too crazy, but I think people need to still learn about these things. And some people are, because we're all going through the same situation right now. So I think that's a good benefit, and people really need to pick up on it for those who haven't yet.
Okay. Interesting. So, but it sounds like what you're saying is that she just hasn't gotten enough punishment yet from the quarantine. So that's like she's doing shakara for us right now.
I take my vitamins.
She's like, I'm good. It's all
wash
good.
my hands. I mean, even this morning.
I feel like we need to go to the level of Italy. How everyone, like, you couldn't go anywhere. That's how we're going to stop this thing. But America's not ready to do that. Well, Trump is not ready to do that.
Yeah.
And I don't think he will.
Wale, you any lessons?
No,
you're good.
Nah, but I don't think it's not easy to just say, look, we all laugh at Trump, but it's hard to run a country. It's hard to tell people to stay home. You see, let's look at this from this point of view. You stay home. You can afford to stock up on groceries. Not a lot of people can. So
a lot of people live paycheck to
what
paycheck
happens to those people? You get, a lot of people. It's just the shoes different it fits differently for different people. They're trying their best, and it will never be enough, their best, but they're trying. I think the lesson learned is that they took too long. The lesson learned is, and maybe because this is a political year and everyone was more focused on politics, you have Fox News focusing on, this is a hoax, this is a way to make Trump look bad. You have Democrats not even giving us facts, but just using every opportunity they have to just milk this out. So it becomes a battle until then everyone realizes that, wait, this is real. So that could be that it's a political year and, they have to hold elections this year. So that those decisions were made poorly. Trump could have spent less money if he acted quicker than he's having to sign a stimulus for $1 trillion to give us a measly 1,200 or however much you end up getting, because not all of us are going to get 1,200. But whatever you get is still something. But at the end of the day, the people too play a part. The government plays their part, the people play a part. And we look at other countries. You can't have, you're having India, they're going to literally beat people on the streets for having to go to mosque. You're in Nigeria. I just saw a video now where the governor of a state had to go to the market to physically close it himself. People are ignorant. And you have people here who are also ignorant. You have the NBA player when it first happened. It wasn't his fault, but it's just that human nature of, bro, I don't believe in this shit, and I'm gonna act like I don't give a fuck
'cause he
about
crossed
this.
over everything.
And he did that, and then he started infecting people. So you have a lot of ignorance in the society. I do hope those of us who, hopefully, God willing, survive through this, you'd get to see, and the next time this comes, because it will come again, you are ready to act fast. As far as whatever, what's the second question? What have you learned?
It was what lessons have you learned, and what lessons do you think we as a society
and we
need
as a
to take
society
going
moving forward, I don't know why you people don't wash your hands to start off with. I don't know why you don't hand sanitize
Hygiene,
your hand.
man.
I don't know why
Personal
your
hygiene
is so poor. I don't know
Personal
why you
hygiene.
guys go days without taking a shower and leave your house and you're
Are you judging me right now?
people.
Nah, I'm playing.
Just saying people in general, like
I'm playing.
people have look. You can be in your house not taking a shower for a day or two. That's your business. But like the moment you step out of your house, man, bro, like you're other people involved now. You get like hygiene is poor. Why are you using public toilets and just sitting on it? Why are you stupid challenges? There's a girl used to eat out of toilet bowls. That was her YouTube
I
challenge.
saw that,
Yeah,
man.
the guy who
So you know she got sick.
no,
Right?
it's the one that went to lick toilet bowls that got sick. The guy who went to lick. Yeah, it's like practice good hygiene to start off with. Y'all niggas, you people be coming out with stupid stats talking about you don't need to shower. You don't need to shower more than once or twice a week. You don't need to do this. That's now we're seeing what's happening when people don't take good hygiene of themselves. Yeah, look at this girl, man. She's licking the toilet like this.
So she was not the one that got
Yeah, it's
sick.
the
It was
guy.
the other
It's the
one
guy.
that got
Yeah,
sick.
the guy that got sick.
She did it. She went on Dr. Phil, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I was like, it was on my sugar daddy's private jet or something like that.
Yeah,
So I cleaned it before I got her. I
You
licked it.
can't. This
matter.
lifestyle. The kids who went
I feel
to,
like she was clout chasing.
They're clout chasing. You can pause that. Kids who went to Florida, the people who wanted to go to Afro Nation so bad.
Oh yeah,
and
those ones
it
too.
was a joke. I saw a lot of people used it as a joke. Say I don't care even if Afro Nation cancels, even if the concerts are canceled, I'm still going to go to wherever I want to go and have the time of my life. But it's like, bro, you don't go and live for a week and have the time of your life and you die after, or you come back and get to someone who dies after. So lessons to learn is keep your hygiene clean. Wash your hands when you go into the public restroom. Even in my own shower in my house, I wear flip flops. That's just how I am. I don't like to touch the feet. Yes, in the shower, I don't touch the floor.
I feel like that's
In
like
the
a boarding
shower?
house.
Yeah, in the shower. I
Is
wear
it boarding
flip-flops.
house thing?
I can't.
I have a mat though. I don't let people wear shoes.
I don't. I wear flip flops in the shower. Like I don't like to my feet.
In your shower in your
my
apartment?
shower in my apartment.
Just get a mat.
I don't like my feet touching the floor.
He went to boarding school. I could tell.
So I wear
If you went
Yeah,
to
but
boarding school,
that's-
you had to
and
wear
it's yes, you had
Put you on
to.
a
So
different
it
level.
If you
stayed
went
in
to
it.
college, you would hardly have to.
Yeah,
That
but
doesn't
yes,
mean
but I stay.
anything.
Even and then you look at college. I see some of the things that happen in college. I see how some of these people live. So we just got to change that,
Their ball
get
lives.
better, and respect other people. Understand that yes, you might be a healthy person who has the virus and can survive for years with it or whatever, but the next person might not. So and if the price you have to pay is stay in your house for 2 weeks to a month, just do it.
One more thing.
It's not that hard.
What?
Listen to scientists. They know about this. They stop like that guy, Dr. Fauci. He's been talking. They've known about this since January, right?
Yeah.
And some of the politicians want to go sell their stocks.
Yeah.
Did we talk about that?
Well, also too, there was a podcast I
They
listened
didn't do
to in
anything.
New York Daily News. They knew about it before January
Yeah,
because they
sold
were
it.
starting to
exactly.
create.
Oh,
they're
I mean,
They sold
they're
their
starting to
stock.
create
They sold their
a
stocks.
test for it last year.
right.
Yeah, but those people that sold the stocks, they're getting investigated because that's insider trading.
They should. They need to. But America knew. The government knew
the
about
government
this
knew. Yeah,
before.
Yeah. But
Listen to scientists.
I just don't think
Scientists know what they're talking about. Listen to them. How about that?
And I don't want to go. That's why I just kept quiet when you guys talk about the whole pastor thing because I don't just want to sound like a broken record. But religious leaders, man, this is the time for you to be like, look, guys, as much as we want, like Danny spoke about the church her father goes to, older people. Look, if they don't go to church for 6 weeks, they're not gonna die. They're not gonna go to hellfire. It's the truth of the matter. If you can't get them online,
some pastors
just find
are
a
doing
way
the right
to let
thing,
them
though.
be like, what? As maybe we would find a way to get your numbers to communicate with you every now and then, send you scriptures, text. Just find a way to, if you want to. But if they don't go to church for 6 weeks, they're not going to hell.
Some
Yeah.
pastors are doing the
so
right thing, though.
it's fine. Yeah,
I saw so
pastors are doing a good thing.
Like Tony Rapu.
Yes.
I like that guy.
Some pastors are
He's
doing
been
it.
putting out videos, clips on advising people stay home.
Yes, this is not the time, and then you start having the ignorant ones who come out and tell you I saw a clip where a pastor had anointing oil and was anointing people, both Christians and Muslims, in a tent in Nigeria. And I said, this is so funny, because what if he has coronavirus? He's just touched 100 people.
And he's spreading all over the place. Exactly.
100 people the virus who are going to go. And then here's the problem you guys don't understand. I know and I believe. I told my friend this the other day. I said, look, we come from a developing country and people need something to latch onto, and we have faith. But I said, when you go to bed at night and you pray to God to keep you safe, do you leave your doors open? You also lock your doors.
That's
so
right.
which means you do two things. So why can't we do that? Why can't we have faith and also do the right thing? Why are you guys forgetting about the physical aspect of this thing and leaving it as just a spiritual thing and being so desperate? So you're going to latch into whatever this pastors say, and they're like, yes, keep coming. They're focused about the money. They're focused about send us money, like don't stop. When you're not Dr. Umar, like who gives a fuck? You get, like, that's what they're focused about, is send me the money, send me the money, send me the money. And you have some of them saying stuff like I coronavirus cannot survive in Nigeria because of the anointing oil we use, where we have Muslims saying we're immune to it. It's Muslims can't get it, Christians can't get it. There's this girl who came and had this long epistle on Twitter about how her faith is going to heal her and everything. And I retweeted and I said, as long as you're washing your hands also, I'd have no problem with you coming out to emphasize your faith in God. You should have it. But wash your hands too when you get the chance.
Yeah.
Do this. Keep a distance. Don't be naive and say, I'm a child of God, so F coronavirus, I do whatever I want to do. So that's what I think people should learn.
So
yeah,
I want to give my take really quickly in terms of lessons that I've learned. One of the key lessons that I learned, me personally, is that health is wealth, and it put a lot of things in perspective for me. I haven't always followed, I try to be as hygienic. I try to wash my hands. There are times that I probably take things for granted. But I think for me, it's really more about like my health, like my actual health, like the way I treat my lungs. There's certain habits that I've had in the past that I'm not proud of, where it's like, and you hear about this corona and you hear that it attacks people that either have like lung issues, and here we are, we're out smoking hookah, smoking all these things. And so it put those things in perspective for me to really, really not take anything for granted. I'm 35.
He's finally said his real age.
You know what I'm saying? I just turned 35 too. I just turned 35 too.
Niggas come and slipping. So
and I would love to live another 35 years. So for me, it kind of sobered me up a little bit, and to stop taking things for granted. I think as a society going forward, pretty much the same thing, the same principle that we should all abide by is understanding that our health ultimately is the ultimate wealth, because this corona is like an equalizer. It's attacking celebrities. It's attacking rich people. I mean, the freaking prime minister of Britain has it. That says a lot. And it doesn't matter how many bodyguards or whatever he has, he still caught it. It's like this invisible killer. And at the end of the day, right, it's the people with the strongest immune systems that will most likely survive.
The funniest thing is you don't even know if you have
you don't know.
Immune system.
You don't know.
You might feel
you
like
don't
you're
know.
fine.
You don't know.
But there might be something you have underlining that has never affected you before up until you get this virus. And then you just die.
Like after this, I'm definitely going for like a full checkup. I'm gonna make sure I check my vitals.
I'm happy you're saying that now, because didn't I try to get you an appointment with a primary care doctor, Corey?
Yeah. So I'm still planning on doing that. I'm still planning on doing that. My girl is actually
like you said, your health is your wealth. And then lastly, for me, for this, I see, and this is just to Nigeria too. Like, we're very, I was analyzing the country earlier today when I was thinking we're a very confused country, because we have, like, we're colonized by the British. Our law is similar to, our democracy is similar to like an American democracy where we have the House of Reps and all that stuff. But our law is similar to British law, the way we practice. So there's a lot of confusion and identity in that country. But a lot of people seek validation from Western world. So when you have Trump coming to say chloroquine, they went to go OD on chloroquine when the Nigerian CDC had already banned chloroquine for, and like you have situations where people are looking for us to copy the Western world. But one thing this thing has shown me is that even the so-called Western worlds don't even know what they're doing in some aspect. They're trying an error. They're throwing shit against the wall. Let's do what is good for us So support. Lagos State is a good example. The governor there is doing an
Yeah,
amazing
man.
job.
Yeah, man.
They just took over one of the stadiums there and built this huge facility. There it is that could take for potential more. This is like America doesn't have space. Here we are creating more space. You know,
I was impressed by this.
Yes, yeah, they just built this literally like it's the isolation center. Like they're out here arranging beds and everything.
They're
It's just
ready.
Lagos State. They're ready to go.
They're ready to
Let's
go.
support this. I saw some idiot coming out to talk about why are they taking over the stadium. Nigga, are they going to play games in the stadium regardless? And this is a government-owned stadium. So let's support them. They're doing what is good for us as a people out there. Don't care about what's going on in anywhere else. Let them do what they feel is right for us, and this is what they're doing. If they tell you stay home, stay home. If they tell you curfew, follow the curfew. Whatever they tell you, follow it, because these people actually know what they're doing. So yeah, this is the best people to listen to.
I was impressed.
Yeah,
Man.
They built this how long? In how many days?
I was impressed, and that's one of the issues is having enough hospital beds.
So you're out here building, tents and medical tents.
I think that's something that we definitely need to do. We need to start converting these stadiums. They're having issues with the companies. They're trying to get companies to build ventilators. They're not building as fast enough.
Yeah, so
some are trying to negotiate. Some don't want to do it. Some want to do it only under certain conditions. And
is this Nigeria or here?
Here in the U.S. Here in the U.S., we're having issues with some of these companies
because it's a money market thing here.
Yeah, but most people have gotten on board, even locally here.
Yeah,
a lot of they've opened up what an older hospital over in Laurel. They're opening up a hospital so that they can start housing people there. And in Baltimore City, they're opening up a place that they can do. So I mean, people. I feel like most people are getting on board, and where one person tells you no, there's always somebody else.
And I think what is happening now is that people are seeing young people die, old people die. You're seeing. I mean, there hasn't been a case of a famous person here in the States die, but in other countries there have been some similar situations. So I guess you're seeing it now, and then you kind of have no choice than to be on board because it's like you're scared also. At first you're dismissing it.
We also need to hold the government accountable, though.
Yes, the government, but we need to support them now. At the, it's done. It's done. It's here. Let's move it out. We can't take a stance at them right now.
Yeah, and the sooner I feel like you comply,
the sooner you comply. And that's what I was saying. And there's no one way to cure coronavirus. I mean, to get it out of the system. So if Nigeria says they want to do it this way, the US say they want to do it that way. As long as the people making these laws really have your interest in mind, follow it. Don't look and say this is what they're doing in Italy and we got to do what they're doing in Italy. No. Do what is good for your climate, your people, your weather, and everything like that. So,
but we're due for a break now, Sha. Wally, do you want to introduce this next song?
I think it's called. I thought it was my phone for a second. I think it's called Nobody.
Nobody. I'm gonna play the video so that you can see it. It's actually a pretty nice track
by DJ Neptune,
yes.
Mr. Eazi, and Joe Boy.
And Joe Boy, I like that Joe Boy kid, man.
Yeah, I think Joe Boy is signed to Eazi's Empower Music.
Oh,
stuff.
he is.
I don't know if I don't know.
Nice move, man. Good for him if that's the case. All right, check this out. This is Nobody by DJ Neptune, Joe Boy, and Mr. Eazi.
So basically, like, what's Eazi? So Mr. Eazi has something called Empower, and it's EMPAWA. It's similar to how I wanted to start into this music industry thing, where it's you're not necessarily a record label, but you're kind of you're creating people in a way where you allow them to fund themselves, So you put them in self-sustain. You kind of, it's like you're teaching them how to fish. So I don't know. You probably get a cut out of it, but it's like you're not signed.
Interesting.
You're not a record label. So it's like you're just mentoring them. Okay. You incubate them. You're like, okay, guys, so you probably
what does he get out of it?
Probably gets a cut out of it. But you're not probably necessarily in charge of their management, in charge of their music. You're probably that was the way I thought of to enter in the beginning, is find somebody who I think is good in the music industry, who can come up, sponsor the person, help the person, mentor the person, let them do the music however they want to do it, and eventually go on and say, hey, I take 5% of your cut.
Yes, that's where you now come and take
some money. But you take a small percentage, and however you live, it's like
but then how
like
would
I'm
you
an investor.
How would you guarantee that you get your return on investment?
Well, it's not a guarantee.
Because
it's not a guarantee.
You can end up having a bunch of people
that don't turn out to be anything.
Nothing, and you're spending all this money.
That's not a guarantee.
It's a risk.
But I guess the more people you have, the better the odds you have of getting somebody. Yeah. But there's a record label built into it.
He says if he can give other artists a good kickstart, they can find their feet from then on. So
And you're saying Joe Boy is one of those artists?
He's one of the artists, yeah.
and Joe Boy has been doing really well. So clearly, that's one success story.
Yeah. So and I'm sure you get a cut or he's got a payment back or something. And basically, all these guys, how much is it? You pay for studio time, you shoot a video for them, and now they can generate their own stuff on YouTube themselves, their own income. They can move on from there, but you just get them that initial kick they need to move on. So
speaking of music, man, there's some new music that recently came out. The Weeknd dropped an album.
That was amazing, man.
Lil Uzi Vert dropped an album. The Weeknd, do you know what the name of the album is?
Yeah, it's called After Hours.
After Hours. You liked it?
I love it. My favorite song is called Faith.
I listened to a few songs. Here's the thing about Weeknd, right? I can only listen to him for so long because I find his voice too whiny.
Really? Nah.
I can only do that for so long. I'm not trying to shit on your. I know you guys like him and everything. So Danny, so what did you think about After Hours?
I listened to most of it and I enjoyed it. I think that, I mean, the one thing that constant with him is that he talks about drugs.
Yeah.
It always makes me feel like I'm listening. I'm getting high through music or something like that. He has a problem.
That's love right
there. He has a problem.
I
won't call him a drug addict, but it makes it cool.
Yeah, and it reminds me of it's 2 albums ago, Beauty Behind Madness.
I like that one actually.
It's a little similar because in that album he has this thing where there's a lot of the way a lot of the instrumentals run, the way a lot of the music was created, it reminds me, but it's a better version of that album.
So what songs stand out on this After Hours album?
I mean, the single that everybody knows is Blinding Lights.
Yeah.
Blinding Lights. Interesting.
But
I heard that.
I like Faith. It's right before Blinding Lights.
Okay.
The part where
does this album
like
give
after
you
1 minute.
Fear of Loathing in Las Vegas vibes?
No,
he don't know what that is.
I don't know what's that.
He just said listen to Weeknd.
No, I didn't start
last
listening.
weekend.
Oh, Fear of Loathing in Las Vegas
last
is a
weekend.
film.
It's a film. See, that's why I was
It's
like,
a
that's
film.
not a.
But I was
like, I'm like, I haven't heard of that one before. But imagine I was like, oh yeah, it's album. But no, I haven't heard no film. No, what's that?
It's just even the video. That's where I thought of it.
I haven't seen that movie. No,
it's like a theme.
Yeah, like a theme. Like I feel like that was part of some of it. But
I just got vampire vibes by looking at the album cover.
Oh yeah,
it looked like he was, and like he had blood on his nose, and it was like
that was just looked like someone hit him, punched his face kind of look.
Yeah, that's what happened after.
Yeah, After
Cocaine.
Hours. Alone Again. The first track is not bad. It's not a bad album.
I wonder if he and Drake have actually really, really made up. I know Drake shouted him out in his last record.
Yeah, and Drake said they have in the interview he had. They used to be.
He
was supposed to be signed under OVO.
Yeah, and he was like,
I think
it's Canadian.
Yeah, like no.
Yeah, but they're like the 2 biggest artists out of Canada.
And then there's like,
when did that happen?
When did that happen?
Because The Weeknd was already kind of big. Like, he wouldn't have needed to sign with Drake.
No, this was very early. Very early.
Oh, okay.
Well, you have Drake, you have Justin Bieber, and you have Weeknd.
And then you have Drake 2.0.
Yeah. You actually have Drake 2.0. Like the new era of Drake.
Yeah, there are a lot of them.
Yeah.
What's the other guy's name?
Then
the
you
other
have Tory
Canadian
Lanez.
Justin Bieber.
I don't like Tory Lanez.
No, the black guy.
Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez.
Then you now have the OVO Sweatshop guys.
Because Tory Lanez sounds like everybody else.
Yeah.
All the songs are remixed.
One of the OVO Sweatshop guys dropped. The Party Next Door.
Party Next Door, PND.
He dropped a song with Rihanna.
Yeah, Rihanna was on the album. He had dropped an album.
I don't like the song.
Wait,
I don't like the song either.
I don't like it.
It's boring.
It is.
I haven't listened to the album, but a lot of people
has an album out already?
Who?
No, PND has an album.
Party Next Door has an album.
Wait, where about then?
And there's a song on there that
With
features
Rihanna,
Rihanna. Now, Rihanna hasn't dropped a record in over a year. And
They said 3 years, right? 4 years?
People have been waiting for her. So it was like a big deal when they saw her on the album, but
Sounds awful.
it's probably some junk that they had from before, and he probably just figured, let me just get some.
Yeah,
I don't like it. I listened to it this morning, actually, and I turned from it and found another song.
I was not crazy about it either.
I feel like also, to be honest, the guys in OVO Sweatshop, which it shouldn't be called, it's really called, what's it called, OVO Music or whatever, but the Sweatshop, I feel like most of them, there's also a pressure that because you're under Drake, you should be able to bring out hits, and also you have access to him to get features. But I feel like a lot of them are not I don't know. They're not just in their creative space lately. They have been dropped. Like they dropped some nice. Like you have Roy Woods gave like they had nice songs every now and then.
Yeah.
You have PND. What's the other one? Dang, there's another. There's fuck.
There's Roy Woods.
There's
the two guys.
Yeah,
that
that's
they're
just
in
the ones
group.
I'm thinking about.
I forgot what their name is.
But yeah, you have. They're not really. They've been disappointing.
Yeah.
With their music.
Did you guys? I don't know if anyone peeped the Eternal Atake album yet.
No, who's that?
Little Uzi.
Oh, Uzi. No, I haven't. I'm sure it'll be nice. I like Uzi.
Yeah, it's
I'm not
nice.
giving it that type of time.
Oh yeah, it's dope.
Not
I'm
right
sure it
now.
will be.
You know, I listen to the young people's music. You know, this is what I
Mostly
do.
Lil Uzi.
This is what I do. Why are you laughing, Yeti? Yo, I love it, man. I love the album. Yeah, it has a song on it called.
Is it emo-ish? Like
It's got its emo vibes. He has
slit his
P2.
wrist and-
P2 is like part 2 of his original hit song. I don't really care if you cry. Have you heard that song? Right?
I have heard that one.
Oh yeah, it has the.
I do
Drake.
like that
Push
one.
me to the P2
I
is like
like Lil Uzi, him as a person, but I'm not really into
you're not
it.
crazy about this song.
What about him do you like, as a person?
She likes him because he's effeminate.
Because I feel like.
No, well,
What do you know
No,
about
there's not a
Uzi?
reason. There. He does whatever he wants to do. He wears whatever he wants. I like that. I like that vibe.
He do.
Lil Uzi. But yeah,
What? Can you guys say something in the
yeah, you've
background?
been playing something
Yeah, it
on one of your videos.
It's not me. I'm not playing any videos.
no, nothing's.
No, something. It was picking up some noise.
It was picking
Yeah.
up. It's from your laptop.
I'm not
she's
picking
not.
anything.
Right.
Looking
It
at
sounded like
pictures of
people
Lil
were
Uzi,
people were
trying to see
talking.
what's going
but-
on.
So
Hold on.
You can hear it, right?
Yeah, check the YouTube video.
There's nothing playing on the YouTube video.
It could be an ad or something.
I can't hear anybody.
It sounds like the people outside.
Yeah, but what is that mic?
It might be.
Is that turn off that mic?
It might be.
Oh.
Sorry.
Because it's like you hear
Then
full
hold on,
volume
hold on.
conversation.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah, speaking of, it's not from here. Yeti, are there people talking next door to
it's
you?
Yeti. It was Yeti the whole time.
Are there people in next
Yeti
door
has been
talking to you?
typing. She's been typing furiously. She's playing
No, are
something.
you talking? Are there people talking?
I'm literally sitting on my bed. There's no one here. I don't even have neighbors.
There's something playing, Sha. There's a conversation.
This
going
corona
on,
is
so
making
I
us
don't
go
even-
crazy. It's making us paranoid, people. Jeez.
I think it's picking up from the other mic.
But I just shut off the mic.
What are y'all
Yeah,
hearing?
listen now.
I just shut it off.
Wait, I can't listen because I'm making talking.
Well, it's not coming up on here.
Check
so
your own laptop.
It's not this laptop.
They're
How about-
full blown conversation. See, that is
it's-
Corey.
yeah.
It's from Corey's laptop, man. God damn it. Yeah. I'm
Now
like,
apologize, everyone.
I apologize.
I'm like, that
Corona
sounds
has
like-
made me a more sympathetic person, so I apologize.
I hope
guys.
so.
But, next topic I wanted to address was Tiger King, Netflix. Who has watched?
I haven't seen it.
I watched it
You
on
haven't.
mute the other day.
Wale, you haven't watched.
What's that?
Oh God, Tiger King on
You
Netflix.
have to watch.
No, I
You
haven't seen
have to watch it.
I keep hearing that it's just
crazy.
I keep hearing that it's crazy. I put it on twice
It's the most entertaining thing I've
and I
seen.
couldn't get into it.
White trash was a person. This is white trash.
Okay, so Yeti, should I do the honors, or do you want to give a brief
is it-
synopsis?
what is it called?
Without,
Go ahead.
without.
Tiger
Okay,
King.
I'll give it. So Wale, let me just break it down for you, right? Tiger King, it's a show about exotic animal caretakers. What episode did you get to?
Pictures,
Danny?
basically.
Episode 1. Oh,
I'm about to
gosh,
open it right
you guys
now.
are missing so much.
I had it on mute. I just couldn't get into it.
And it really centers around these two characters. It's really these two characters. There's this one guy called Joe.
Yeah, well, can you let us watch it though?
No, I'm not going to spoil anything. I just want to set it up for you
Do
so
it,
that
Zach.
No, I got to
so that
episode
by the
two.
time you get into it, you already know. Because here's what I noticed, Yeti. Some people will start watching and they tuned out. Like I think my girl, they tried to watch it, and she kind of tuned out. And after she couldn't get past the first episode. But if you're patient, I'm telling you, man, it's worth it.
How patient?
It's nothing like I've seen before. It's these two. It centers around these two caretakers, right? It kind of centers around other zoo caretakers too, but there's really these two
Not
of them.
Zool. They're not zoos.
Yeah. So what would you call them? They're like petting zoos now.
Well, it's like quote unquote animal sanctuaries.
Animal
but
sanctuaries.
far from that.
Yes.
Okay.
And there's a lot of illegal stuff that's going on in the background. There's a lot of these guys.
Crazy.
A lot of these guys are already very, very like weird already, and
They're cult leaders. If
They
you wanna
are.
really talk about it, they're cult leaders.
they are like this whole industry is very cult like. There was another guy that they went over. Don Ant or something like that. Do you remember that guy? Doc Ant or something like that. He's got like 9 wives.
Okay.
And they have to like dress in a certain way. I'm just giving you some previews.
Is he Mormon or something?
No, he's not Mormon.
He just has 9 wives.
He has
He's just
9
a
wives.
regular white guy.
And
He makes them get implants. and
Is
stuff.
this the
It's
guy with the
crazy.
mullet?
No.
No. It's a
That's
different
the main
guy. Okay.
That's Joe.
the guy with the mullet is this guy that he happens to be gay.
Oh, okay.
And what he does, he turns straight guys gay. He turned 2 straight guys. Well, one of them I think was probably bi.
What's the term for that?
Huh?
Is there a term for that?
Tiger King, maybe?
No.
Well, now it's Tiger King because he's the Tiger King. Yo, it's scary, man. This dude, there's this one scene where he's talking to this guy that comes into his sanctuary. Because what happens is they attract all these people and they get them for like dirt cheap labor. All these people.
Well, what they're saying is that it's mostly ex-felons and people who are just out of prison.
Yeah.
Oh, so they need work.
Yeah, like
you
that.
guys
They have to be employed.
so can you let people watch this? You're already talking about the whole
No,
show.
no.
This is not a-
Trust me, this is
But
nothing.
I'm reading the Netflix preview, and none of these things you're saying is in there.
Oh, well, okay. What is it?
Okay, I promise I won't ruin it for you. Wale.
It says a zoo owner spirals out of control amid a cast of eccentric characters. Is this true murder for hire story from the underworld of big cats breeding? Full stop. That's all I need to know.
Okay.
Everything
Just
else,
watch it. It's crazy.
exactly. Everything else you guys are
Watch
saying
it.
is going to spoil it.
But
so.
just one more spoiler.
No.
He marries two
you see?
straight men. He marries two. He has two
I-
husbands.
In the description, did not say anything about his sexual
He has two
orientation.
husbands.
Now you've spoiled that for me.
He's not, trust me.
Because I could have seen it and I'm like,
That's
dang.
One legally, one not.
That is
okay.
like the least, and you see
you
all that.
spoiled it.
You see all that on social media, but I won't say
You
anything
spoiled it
else.
for me.
I won't say anything else.
No,
It's
I
wild.
can't watch it again.
It's wild. You need to watch the whole thing.
All right, I'm gonna backtrack and watch it because apparently it says I've watched most of the episodes. I'm
It's
supposed
still
to
number
sleep
one
it.
on Netflix right now. It's still number one on Netflix. It's what at least it was number one as of yesterday.
Probably is.
There's a few other shows out there now. And during our quarantine, I figured let's share what shows that we've recently gotten into. Any good shows? Yeti, any good shows you got?
That's the one. It's what you call it? Tiger King and
Yeti, I might
One
watch it
Human.
again. One Human? Which one's that?
Yes. It's a show on Netflix as well. It's about basically human beings. No, 100 humans, I think. So.
Oh, it's like an experimental show. I started it. I didn't
You
finish
should watch it. It's really cool.
Danny, anything you'd recommend
So
for this quarantine life?
I don't have series, but I did watch a movie called The Platform. It's in Spanish. It's
It's on
actually pretty
Netflix
good.
too,
It's on
right?
Netflix.
What is it called?
It's called The Platform. It's
Okay.
actually it's strange, but it's pretty good. And I'm just trying to look through what I did. Oh, Paradise PD. I actually just like that show.
Paradise PD.
Yeah, it's a
Is it a Netflix show
crude
too?
cartoon. Yeah,
Oh, it's a cartoon.
yeah.
Oh, it's a kids show.
It's not a kid show. It's
Oh.
crude. It's for
Oh,
adults.
crude.
It's crude. It's for
Oh.
adults.
Actually, you know what? I think I've seen it. It's the one with the police officer, right?
Yeah, the police-
I've seen
yep.
it. I've seen it.
I love
I've
that
seen
show.
It. It's actually a funny show. It reminds me of the other show, the one of like the coming of age cartoon
Yes,
show.
I love that one. I can't remember
like
what it's
that
called
one.
now. That one's really good.
The one that they're all their hormones are
Basically,
raging.
teenagers coming up. Yeah,
Yeah,
yep.
they're like,
Oh,
Getting their hormones and all that
puberty.
stuff.
Oh, that one's on Netflix too, right?
yeah, it's on Netflix
yes,
too.
yes.
Big Mouth.
Big Mouth.
That's what it's called.
I love
Big
that
Mouth.
show.
That's
I love
it.
that show.
That's it.
Wale, any shows, any movies, anything that you watched recently that you want to recommend?
Recently?
Yeah.
I've just been watching my regular shows, man.
There's no EPL now.
Yeah, I watch my
Sa-
regular
Saturdays
shows.
are
I watch
dead.
Curb Your Enthusiasm. I watch
Oh,
old
they-
episodes of Psych, old episodes of The Office. I watch Blacklist.
You still
No.
watch Office.
Yeah,
The
I mean,
Office
You
is
can never.
hilarious,
The Office
though.
never gets old.
it never gets old.
No.
It never gets
I
old. Have you watched the British Office?
I have
like
too,
that
but
one.
I like the British Office too.
the reason I like it is because I like Ricky Gervais. So I actually like the guy.
I like the British Office too.
He's not funny.
I like him.
I think he's hilarious.
You know, then I watched some new shows on HBO like Avenue 5. It's okay. It's nothing. It started off good, but they didn't think it through.
You're not a fan of the show.
They started the idea.
Show.
I felt like they didn't
No.
think the idea through. Like the first episode was okay.
Wait, so what's it about?
Good news.
It's about these guys that they're in a spaceship, and you know, like they had like a tour of space, and it's like you know how you have a ship,
What show is it?
like a cruise ship.
You
but
call it Avenue 5.
On
you know how you have a
HBO.
cruise ship, but imagine one that goes into space, and they.
Oh, it's on HBO.
It's on HBO, yeah.
HBO usually they're on point.
They're not this one. This one started off okay, but like the first episode was okay, but I don't think they thought the premise of the show through, and it just seems a little. But I just watch it because I started watching it. I am waiting for that church one to come back.
The Pope.
Huh?
The Pope.
Greenleaf?
No, the comedy one. I have seen the Pope.
Insecure.
Oh,
Insecure's almost
No, not
back.
Insecure.
I know which one you're talking about with the brothers and the sister. Yeah.
Danny McBride and
Now I gotta look it up.
Oh, I never saw that.
Righteous
Gemstone. I'm waiting for that to
Yeah.
come back. I have seen the one of the Pope. I do want to start watching Westworld.
That's my show. That's my show, man.
Homeland. I haven't caught up on the latest season of Homeland.
I'm
so
all
I
caught
probably
up.
will
I heard
catch
that one
up.
was good.
I'm all caught up on
catch
Better
up
Call
on
Saul,
that.
Homeland.
Better Call Saul too. I was
That's
glad
my
they
show,
came
man.
back. So
Those
they
are my
came back
shows.
because you know.
Those are my shows.
So yeah, this is the same things I've just been watching, to be honest.
Have you guys heard of this show on Netflix? It's called Kingdom. It's an Asian show.
No.
It's like based in the like. It's supposed to be really, really,
But
really.
I tell
Let's
everybody,
see.
go watch Curb, man. Curb Your Enthusiasm is the best show out there, man.
Oh, that's my show.
Larry David.
I never gets old for me.
There's another show called Letter for the King. It's also on Netflix. I don't know if I'll recommend it. It's supposed to be like Game of Thrones, but like more kid friendly and more more diversity. And whenever I hear more diversity, I get
it
turned
called?
off. It's called Letter for the King. It's supposed to be like.
Has anyone watched the new Pope? Is it good?
I haven't watched it.
seen
It doesn't look.
I see like random clips of episodes. I'm like,
It looks
what's
like they're
going
trying to
on, man?
sexualize the Pope,
Yeah,
so I
there's
haven't
a
really
lot
got
of
into
sex, involved.
What show?
The new Pope.
I haven't seen
Oh,
it.
I've never seen it.
And then April 4th, La Casa de Papel is coming back,
Oh yes.
aka Money Heist.
Yes.
it. Money House is good.
I'm excited. I'm excited for that.
Wait for that.
I mean, Ozark 2 just came out.
Yeah, I haven't seen Ozark actually.
That's
but,
what we're gonna be
What
watching
is that
this
show about?
weekend. It's about money launderers.
Okay. I just have been hearing really good things about it, but I didn't know what it was
that's my
about.
show. We're gonna watch that this
So
weekend.
there's a lot of there's a lot of TV to cover, to be honest.
Oh, I'm not okay with this. It's good. I'm really into
I'm
weird.
not okay with
Do
it.
you guys watch
things.
This Is Us?
No.
Yes,
Which I heard of that. This Is Us is.
Are they having like a finale? I saw it
it's
trending.
done. Finale was this Tuesday.
So this is the series finale or the season finale?
Season
So
finale.
it's
I don't
done.
watch it, so I've just heard about it.
Oh no. Season finale, not series.
Oh, it's not series finale. Okay, 'cause
Nope.
I think
They have one more season. The
Something-
guy said it. He only was gonna do 6 seasons and that's it.
interesting.
He already wrote everything from the beginning to end. That's it. He knows how he wants
I
it
like
to
you when
end.
people do that. I don't like you when people draw
Yeah,
out truth. Walking
I'm gonna draw it
Dead
out
is
too much.
unnecessary.
Yep.
They're still going on.
I know, and I used to love The Walking
I
Dead,
used to,
and I
yeah.
can't really get into it now because I just want to know where is it gonna end.
Wait, what show?
The
Well,
Walking, Dead. I just
Oh yeah.
it's dragging on. Everybody's dead.
Rick-
Anyone that you
Rick
cared
is-
about.
Yeah, Rick is gone.
Yeah.
They said Michonne recently. Well, I probably shouldn't say anything. Let me not spoil it for people that actually do watch The Walking Dead. What else? What else do I have here on the topic? Yes,
Have you guys also seen the McMillions?
Yes.
I started
That
it.
was a good one.
I started it. I haven't
finished
finished it. I started it last night when I
What
couldn't
movie?
sleep.
The documentary.
The
What?
McDonald's documentary.
It's a documentary, McDonald's documentary. It's about these scammers.
McMillions. The
What's it
Monopoly
called?
McMillions.
Oh, McMinutes. Okay.
No,
Millions.
McMillions.
McMillions.
It was
Oh.
it was really good. I actually didn't even know what
On
was going
Netflix?
on during that
It's
time.
on HBO. It's about, I always used to wonder every time I saw those Monopoly thing, and I said, I'm sure, is someone able to scam from this? It's about a bunch of guys who scammed they had the winning tickets.
They were playing the lottery.
They were playing the lottery, the McDonald's millionaire stuff with Monopoly.
Yes.
Oh, I heard about it. I heard
in
about
the
it.
90s, and it's funny because
They are just giving it to
I've
each
been
other.
I've been following like the a lot of crime stuff, and one of them is from the one of the 5 mafia families in New York, Colombo. Colombo family, it was one of the Colombo family members, because they have the Colombo, they have the other guy, who's Franzese. He's been making a lot of appearances. Like, you should go watch his interviews on Vlad TV, Michael Franzese.
Oh, really?
He talks about like.
Oh, yeah. I've seen it. I've seen it. He went to jail.
He went to jail. Yeah, he's one of the other families. So there's a Colombo family. There's a Franzese family.
Yeah. Interesting.
And stuff like.
Yeah, because they found out that it was just a bunch of Italians winning this
mafia,
shit.
Yeah.
And they're like, what
they
the
were
heck?
having it, and they were getting lower. I feel like, I mean, you just watch it and you just see how, like, also, and it's not good to be desperate because the lower level people suffered the most. They weren't caking from it, man. So it was a good documentary to have.
Okay, I was gonna bring this up. This actually came up this morning. There might have been either an explosion or an asteroid.
It wasn't
in
an asteroid.
Nigeria.
It was.
It looked like one though.
So there was.
So I'm gonna show.
Yeah, let me see that.
There was. It wasn't an asteroid. There was the governors confirmed.
There was a crater.
Yeah, but you should see the damage. So it was a
There's
truck.
a hole.
Yes,
Like
because
if there's an explosion,
yes,
why
but
would,
if there was an
why
asteroid,
would
you
it
would
cause
see,
a
you would
hole?
still see remnants of it. So they were carrying explosives. That's what the governor and everybody came out to say. They were carrying explosives to a quarry, and there were malfunctions. And the car, I guess people died.
Interesting.
It blew up. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they did confirm they were carrying a lot of
How
explosives.
big that hole
Where's
is,
the
though.
truck at?
It's
gone.
But it to be evaporates. And if you watch Mythbusters, you know that kind of stuff. You don't see traces.
Oh,
That's one thing I know. Like, I used to watch Mythbusters. Like, they blow up stuff when you have that much explosive, like they claim they did. You don't see traces of. Like, you probably find traces of a truck 2 miles away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy the force in which things blow up. Yeah.
I have something else here. Crude oil has fallen below $30. That's very concerning for oil producing countries like ours.
Yeah.
Or like our home country, Nigeria. It used to be at 50, right?
Yeah, I think the government is trying to adjust the price of the naira by temporarily slightly devaluing it.
So how much is it now? It's like
They
380
say-
something, right?
It's weird how it is being run right now, but it went up to 410 at one point.
Oh, it did?
Then they stopped selling to period of change, which as then is going to put a tight hold on supply, and then it's going to be messy for a little while, but they're trying to catch
Does this
up.
have to do with the whole Russia-Saudi Arabia thing?
Yes.
Um,
Yeah, they were fighting. So OPEC, like 2 weeks ago, they had their meeting and they couldn't come to an agreement. So Saudi was like, fuck it, we're going to increase production. And when you increase production, you increase the supply and demand goes down.
increase the
And
value goes
the
down.
thing, the tricky part about it is Saudi, right? So I think Saudi and Russia that were at odds, Abby.
Right.
Yeah. And the thing about it is Saudi, they can afford to
Right.
weather the storm. But countries like Nigeria, the smaller countries who that's all they depend on, their oil and their ability to sell that oil at a margin, this is going to hurt us. And then when you now couple this corona thing with it,
Speaking
guys, man,
of
it's
Russia,
scary. Yes?
you know that Russia supposedly only has 200 cases of coronavirus, which makes no sense.
They lying.
Of course they're lying.
Did you see that picture of Vladimir Putin?
Yeah, but I'm hearing now that it might be photoshopped because he did wear the hazmat suit, but he wore it when he went to a. Yeah, that might be photoshopped.
Wild.
Because he wore.
Wait,
It
what
does
happened?
it does look
Yeah,
Photoshop
it looks
actually.
photoshopped.
I don't think it is.
It is because
What happened?
He doesn't even look like
I
he's
thought.
sitting in the room.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's sitting. See, he has the actual videos of him and pictures of him wearing the suit, but he wore that. That's false because that first picture. That's how I think it's Photoshop.
Yeah.
Because that first picture is of him actually in a hospital, not in chambers.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
So there's this
looks like
picture
him
that's
neck
been
up.
circulating.
Yeah, it
Stomach
looks like they
up.
just cut it up from stomach up. And
There's
it looks
this
like
picture that's been
I fell
circulating
for it in the beginning.
of Putin wearing a full hazmat suit, and all his advisors are on this board table, and they're all wearing regular suits, and he just looks wild and crazy. I just thought that was hilarious.
I feel for it. You know, there's one thing. There was a video of Putin where they were asking him about like companies that have hiked up the price of stuff like Purell, like things, and he said revoke their licenses, and that was very interesting to hear him say, because it was like revoke their licenses right now. You know, every company that's taking advantage of this crisis, revoke them, and then he had them sign something, and then the person came, signed, and took his pen, and was walking him and was like, give me my pen back. And I was like, this guy's so petty, man. He's like, give me my pen back.
Did you hear about how he took the owner of New England? You know the owner of New England, Rob.
Like as in Patriots?
Yeah, the New England Patriots. Yeah. What's his name again? Owner of New England.
Robert Kraft?
Yeah, Robert Kraft.
Yeah.
Did you hear about how Putin bullied him off of his Super Bowl ring?
No, they took it from him.
Really?
They said that they were at a party. And
give it to me.
and keep in mind, Robert Kraft was the one that told this story. He said they were at a party. It was somewhere in Russia or something. One of these dignitaries, billionaires.
Putin was there.
They get there. Putin was there. Putin comes. They just won the Super Bowl. That was the previous one they had won. Not the last one they won, or the one before that. They just won the Super Bowl. And Putin was like, "Oh, congrats! Let me see your ring. This look interesting ring."
And he took it.
And then he
Please,
took
Cody,
it.
don't do the accent, please.
And he took it. So you know how they say the best way to do a Russian accent? Just add Y to every word you say.
Bro, continue.
So this you ring. Anyway, he took the Super Bowl ring, and he was like, "Oh, this is nice. This is nice." He was like, but they were at a party, so he just left it on him. And he was like, and he was like, he's really nice, and he walks away. And I guess Robert Kraft figured he would go back and get it eventually. And they said Robert Kraft went to get it, and Putin was like, "No, I don't know what you're talking about."
Wait, what?
Like, yes, and Robert Kraft was like, "No, like my ring." And then Putin was like, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about," and he just walked away.
There's nothing you can.
You should have got it when he took it.
There's nothing you can
And
do,
there's
man.
nothing you can do about that.
That's it. It's done. It's done.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. I have something else here. While we're on Nigeria, there's this guy called Imam of Peace. You guys heard of him?
Yeah, I see him on Twitter.
No.
He's been bashing Nigeria.
So he's been really going at Buhari.
Buhari and his stance followers.
So does anyone have any what's?
I think he just feels Buhari's government has.
But he's not Nigerian.
He's not Nigerian, but he said he has a Nigerian friend. He feels Buhari's government has failed Nigerians. There's like the way Trump has his strong supporters, Buhari has his strong supporters, Buharists. And they're very, nothing Buhari does is wrong to them. And the guy is saying that, look, Buhari is, he's the one engaging in like allowing terrorism, Boko Haram to flow. He's so slow to making every decision. Even like with this corona, he took him so long to make a statement. He just doesn't like the president, and that's what he's fighting for.
So the Imam of Peace guy, do you know where he's originally from?
I don't know where he's from, no.
Okay, I'm going through his thing right now. He says he calls himself Imam Tawhidi, peace advocate, Imam, ordained scholar,
on his Twitter,
national best-selling author.
Maybe he thinks Buhari is making Muslims have a bad rep. I don't know. But he came out there.
Is he American?
I never heard of it.
No, he's from a Muslim. He's Arab.
He's Arab. I think he lives in Australia or USA because it says his location here is either Australia or USA. I'm not really sure. But so he's been going at Buhari, man, and there are a lot of people on Twitter that hate Buhari's guts. So a lot of people have been there. Basically, he's caused this whole big fight between the pro-Buhari faction and the anti-Buhari faction. And they've been going at it now for a few days.
Yeah.
But he's been coming at it. I think one of his big criticisms was the fact that when Buhari initially never really said anything about Corona, it took him a while to give a statement. In fact, there was speculation out there that he might have been sick because I think his chief of staff?
Yeah, somebody
Abbas Kiari. Someone caught Corona.
He said he's tested negative though.
Yes. But and this guy came out in a really, really strong rebuke of Buhari, and so I don't know. Again, I'm not really sure why.
Look, he might have an ulterior motive. I'm not really bothered about his tweets, but he just doesn't like the president, and he's making his feelings known. That's all. And he's
But he's not Nigerian.
No,
right?
that's what I don't get.
But maybe
So what's his own?
Well, do people that are not Americans not abuse
So
Trump?
one of his tweets: "I love Nigeria. Nigeria will be more beautiful without the terrorism enabled by dictator Buhari." Look, I want to know where he's from, and then I want to find out what the people where he's from are doing.
To be honest,
Because I don't know why he's picking on Nigeria.
Why does it
he's not
matter?
picking on. It does exactly. And I just said something. There, how many non-Americans go at Trump every day? There are plenty. So
No, but
Yes,
Maybe he
but
spent
there's a
time
reason
in
for that.
Nigeria,
The
though.
U.S. is the most influential
okay, but
power
Right,
in the world.
but you have
Compare
a
America to
no, but you
Nigeria.
have a Muslim. You have terrorism tagged as a Muslim thing, and he's here thinking, look, there's a Muslim in charge, and this is your opportunity to stop it rather than make it grow. He might have his reasons. I don't think he's not abusing. The only abuse he said is people who support Buhari are stupid. I don't believe the people who support only Buhari are stupid. I believe the majority of people who
I'm going through all his tweets. It's all Nigeria
well,
related.
he wants. Look,
Wow.
sometimes
Some
you
people
know,
are even saying that he should run for
you
president of
have
Nigeria.
okay. What of this guy? What of this guy?
that's not Nigeria.
What of this guy? Nas, NASS on his.
Yeah,
That Nas guy. His name is Nas, but when the Nigerian National Assembly, which their and their Twitter handle is similar to his handle. When they mess up, people mistakenly tweeted him, and he's always saying, "I'm not Nigerian." But eventually, he got involved in Nigerian politics to an extent where he was seeing what was happening and made comments. He made a few comments now and then. So it happens. Like, I don't see anything wrong in an outsider just making their feelings known about something, and that's it.
Fair.
It doesn't stop the world from functioning.
So, I want to go to a little less serious topic, but before we do, I just wanted to ask: is there anything else that I wanted to put out there, Corona related? Just in terms of, we haven't been here in 2 weeks. Is there anything that I want to get off our chests?
That's corona related? No.
No, it doesn't have to be Corona related.
Oh,
Just
no?
anything.
No.
Nothing.
I'm okay. I'm interested to hear what your next topic
Interesting.
is going to be.
It's about a special gentleman. He goes by the name of Doctor PhD Umar Johnson.
Oh my
Umar
god!
Johnson.
Oh my gosh!
No,
Oh my
I do
gosh!
want to say something.
Really,
Did
we're
you,
doing this?
did you see that he posted his pictures of like his IDs from his previous employers?
did?
He
Where?
posted them, and it says that he's a school psychologist. Like he has his school ID, and maybe when he was interning somewhere, and then where he worked as a school psychologist. So at the least, I think maybe he has a master's. I don't know about the rest of it.
Well,
Because I know that was something that was debated. They
Yeah.
wanted to know if he actually
But
even
they
attended
couldn't
school.
really find his degree though. The doctorate, quote unquote.
guys, for those that don't know,
doctorate.
remember we always have start with for those that don't know. For those
Go
that
on.
don't know, Umar Johnson, he is a doctor, of clinical psychology and certified school psychologist who specializes in working with the parents of African American children who receive special education and or diagnosed with disruptive behavior disorders. That's what's on his wiki.
Right.
That's what's on his wiki. There have been people that have come out to disprove it, but he's this outspoken gentleman that I didn't even know where to start. I think the best way I
He's
can
the
do
king of Hoteps. Let's call him that.
yeah, he's a very, very big Hotep guy. And for those that don't know what Hotep is these people that have these interesting, controversial stances on the black community, where they believe in what they call that thing, where it's like they don't believe in like the regular science and medical science, right? They believe in like more natural forms of cure.
Alkaline water drinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And all of them happen to have dashikis.
Yeah, they
Right.
I wonder
very
why.
they are very very
I wonder
anti-white
why.
to the
Yeah,
point
yeah,
that
yeah.
they feel like you cannot add to the black cause if you happen to be dating someone that's not of the black
you
race.
can't.
So
They also believe that we're all like Egyptians or some sort like that. Like
yes, like
a lot of them
like
don't believe slavery was the reason why black people were in America. That they've been in America before slavery started.
yes.
It's a bunch of BS.
So there,
Sorry.
so there are varying degrees, and I know this because one of my coworkers
a
was
Hotep.
he was a full certified Hotep, certified. Certified Hotep.
I can't get along with such a person.
He was certified Hotep.
Every time this person opens their mouth, you're just like, oh my God.
He used to come tell me, and I'll just give you a preview.
Really?
He used to come tell me that, did you know that I'm originally from Israel? He said the Nigerian people, they originated from there, the original Israelites.
Yep,
Right, man.
they call themselves that. The original Israelites.
Some of them call the black Israelites. Now,
So what'd you tell him at that point?
I told him that you're telling me where I came. You're telling me where I came from. I was like, what? I just found him fascinating. Now there are, different degrees of it. There's some that believe the extreme stuff. There's some that they don't dabble in all that stuff. Some just really focus on the black cause and how to move forward with the black agenda. And that's Umar Johnson is one of the more mainstream ones.
Okay.
He's not as extreme as the other Zab Judah type Hoteps.
Okay.
He doesn't like.
But
he
even
doesn't promote white love,
even though he's not even as extreme as them, when you pair it up with like mainstream views, he's pretty extreme. Like I said, he's one of those people that doesn't believe you can be with a white woman, right? Yeah. If you want to push the white cause. Now, he claims to be a descendant of Frederick Douglass.
Frederick Douglass. And those
be.
ones are like, we don't know you.
You could be.
So no.
Sorry to this man.
I don't know.
So this is one of his claims to fame. He said that he's a direct descendant of Frederick Douglass. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Frederick Douglass married a white woman.
Right.
He did. So I think someone asked him once that, wait, what? This guy, you keep talking about Frederick Douglass, your grandfather, your great-grandfather.
You can't help what your ancestors did.
And he's like, but then he married a white woman, and you're telling me that we can't marry white women because, but he's just a very, very funny guy. He's always online.
What proof does he have that he's a direct descendant?
He doesn't really. That's the thing. There's so many claims he has put out there.
And that's the
no
problem.
one really knows what's true and what's not true.
Well, my question is,
Did you
why are you
also
asking
hear
for proof all of a sudden?
He was doing a whole fundraiser by starting a school for kids.
Yeah,
and the money was nowhere to be found
He's
anymore.
building a black university now. Isn't that what he's doing?
That's what he's doing. I read it the other day.
He's been building
school of some sort.
So one of their things is that they don't believe that they believe in segregation, essentially, that we should be educating our black kids in separate schools. I mean, this nigga is wild, and I've always found him fascinating. Like, he's come on Breakfast Club a few times. I crack up every time he comes across my screen.
But he's not the only one who's made those type of claims either. There's another group of people who have said that they believe that black people were stronger before they started mingling in with other races.
I do believe he knows what he's doing.
One of their beliefs is that smoking weed makes you effeminate. Like the black man smoking weed, that the government put weed out there to make black men more womanly or whatever, feminine.
I don't know about that one.
All right, so I'm gonna play one of his play one of his clips just so you get an idea of who this person is. Okay. This is him.
Always begging for money too.
This is him. This is him. This is a few years ago.
You gotta open up that university.
He believes this is why he believes the CIA feminism. He believes feminism is a creation of the CIA. Check this out.
Okay.
The CIA. Feminism was created by the CIA.
Oh, that's all. It's not a complete clip.
Was created by the CIA.
It's not a complete clip.
Shit! Sorry. Yeah, it's longer than that. Yeah. So now this is the clip of him saying you can't marry white women, and he feels very strongly about it.
As one brother the other day said, Dr. Umar, brother, I love you. I follow you, brother. I married a white girl 10 years ago, brother. Well, brother, until you unmarry her, it's best you stay over there, brother. What the heck? I appreciate you and I love you, but you are no use to me with that white woman on your arm, brother.
But you see, the thing about this is you're just preaching hate rather than love.
Toxic.
And you're forgetting that at the end of the day, we're still minorities. So if the white race decides to say, you know what, let them have it. Let them be themselves and we'll be ourselves. We're going to lose out.
And keep in mind, this guy's always asking for money.
Going to lose out. So
he's always asking for money.
People like this make no sense to me.
This is him.
Well, he's not a 501c. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just donating money to him.
Yeah,
you can't figure out where it's going. He doesn't have to tell you anything.
Yeah. Politics over punani. I keep telling y'all that.
And then he repeats himself so much, like to affirm the rubbish he's saying. You
Some
see
of
the
the
one
things
of
he says are interesting.
When his phone fell and he was talking about
there was a sign or
the
something.
sign Oromia or something like Oromila or something. He was talking about.
I'ma play it. Let's play it.
Yoruba.
This is him. This is him.
Shango. I think he was talking about Shango or something about.
To me, because it was a divination that brought forth Ifa named me, because it was a divination that brought forth the name Ifa Tunde Ogun Tade. My Yoruba name is Ifa Tunde Ogun.
Where did he get
Tade.
Ifa Tunde Ogun
Ifa
Tade
Tunde
from?
Destiny has returned. Why did the heavens? Why did the heavens name me at the Oyotunji African village?
So it just
November
came
the
while he was there?
17th
Ifatunde
or 18th, was it?
But wait, my question is,
2011,
why do these Hotep people?
1 week after
why
my
are
first
they,
visit to Nat Turner Land.
Hold on, but why are they so big on Yoruba culture?
I don't know why.
Why is
I don't know
that's
why.
The same thing with that lady, Iyala.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Yoruba name. She picked. I don't know why is it our Yoruba culture they're very big
the same
on.
thing with that my coworker that I
Because
said
I
that.
feel like when
But
Black
I mean, I'm just saying there's
Americans-
so many cultures in Africa.
Well,
why
no.
is it Yoruba that all?
Well, yeah, because I feel like when Black culture gets excited about something, they start to
They start to
learn
learn
about
about that.
African history. Then that's where they first gravitate to, because they know that has the most history behind it and something that's tangible for them. So I feel like that's why they gravitate toward.
And I think part of it too is that Yoruba culture was one of the cultures that actually jumped the pond back in the days. Yoruba culture can be found in places like Brazil. And this was before colonization. Like
probably one of the early ones.
Yeah,
too.
so
it has a strong history.
I said
Yep. There's a whole religion in Brazil called Yoruba that they actually. Yep.
And by the way, that's a lie. Ifa is a god.
Ifa
If
is a
you know
god,
my name, Famuyiwa. Oh shit! I shouldn't have said that. I'm gonna have to edit that out. But my name is pretty much a derivative of the Ifa god. We used to worship this Ifa god. That is just a god. It's one of the gods that we worshipped back then. But they shortened it from Ifa. They shortened it to Fa, and my name means Fa Muyiwa. Ifa gave this to us. But let's continue with this guy's rant.
Get my first Yoruba divination from Chief Olaitan, rest in peace.
Ooh, these people that
Yeti, can you hear this guy?
To name me Ifa.
I can't hear.
Oh shit, that sucks.
It's okay. It's okay.
If I chose to name him,
But somebody's hyping him up.
it's on his side. Yeah,
Of course, he has a lot of followers.
Well, no,
even
before this.
No. You know that
quoting
before that he used to
people.
have seminars where people paid money to come hear him talk and stuff.
Well, no, but I mean, like, even in this video, I know you can't hear it, but he's talking about how someone pretty much anointed him and named him and gave him to that. Those people are backing him.
Yeah, someone is backing him. And first time I don't even know what they're doing, but they're like, hey, I want to see the one where his phone fell, man. Do you have that one?
I have it.
Peace and love, family. It's the Prince of Pan-Africanism.
Okay.
King Kong consciousness.
Like,
Peace and love, family. It's the Prince of Pan-Africanism.
Find that one, the one of the phone.
Okay, yeah, it's this one. It's this one.
Where his phone dropped. No, that's not it.
No,
it
wait.
was outside.
His phone dropped?
Oh, that's the one when they called him, right?
Oh, yeah, they called him.
That Papa Smurf shit ain't gonna get us nowhere.
Oh, yeah, he was beefing one of the other Hotep guys. Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah. Nah, I got this.
He was pretending to be on the phone and his phone.
He could have just restarted
And then his phone rang.
Was this a live? Oh,
There's
He's
one where
such a clown.
his phone dropped while he was recording a video. And
Was this the one that he was talking about Red Lobster gift certificates?
I don't even know, but he said it was a sign from Ifa or something.
Oh shit!
His phone dropped. I'm trying to find it.
Oh yeah, now this is the one that I actually meant to play. Now, and I won't lie, there are times where he actually kind of makes some sense.
yeah, he does.
Well, a broken clock is right twice a day too.
That is true.
gonna
That
have
is
to
true.
turn Yeti
That is
down,
true.
wow.
But Yeti, I'm about to play this one. This was the one that where he sounds at least a little bit, he knows what he's talking about, but he kind of goes off the rail here. I'm gonna play it now. 1 second.
Punishment of death, or was it illegal for blacks to learn how to read punishable by death? My point is, nothing you went through, they have.
He's wearing his full.
And you have no right to equate somebody's
Asho.
behavior with who we are as a people. They are two different things. But the reason they're pushing it is because of population control.
2 men cannot reproduce. 2 women
He's talking
cannot
about gays.
reproduce. So if they can get to the public schools and teach our kids in 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, the curiosity of a child's mind, they will explore alternative life. And as a result of that, the birth rate goes down. Did you know last year they reported for the first time, teenage pregnancy in the black community is down for the first time since 1980.
Yeah, that sounds like a good thing.
Yeah, but that's a good thing though.
Because kids are more focused on
And let me be clear,
school.
I love all black folks. If you sitting here today and you gay, I still love you. You lesbian, I still love you.
But
you transgender, I'm working on it. Okay? But I love all black folks. I don't hate nobody. But we also have to look at what is best for our children. And for black women, y'all got to check yourselves. You know why? Because many of you support gay males, gay life. You support it. You think it's cute. But here's the question I got for black women. Only 1 out of every 4 of you gets married. There's not enough black men to go around Michigan as it is. Because of mass incarceration, black on black homicide, death, mental illness. So if our boys continue to pick up this lifestyle that the CIA is promoting, who gonna be around to marry your daughter?
The CIA is like,
what
what
do
do
we
we do this time?
I don't understand.
Like, we're more interested in overthrowing governments.
We're afraid to say something about it because the government has intimidated.
First of all, feminism has been around since books, centuries ago.
Okay, but first of all, what's this whole they are teaching our kids? They are teaching all kids of all races. Has nothing to do with just black kids.
They're trying to build acceptance, but he doesn't like that.
Well, why is he making it seem like it's just black kids? They're not intentionally going out there saying, let's go and teach black kids about gay community so they can be gay. Then you say the outcome of that is that we have less teen pregnancies. Is that not a good thing?
Yeah, it's good. And the other part of it is that I don't even believe they're really teaching that in black communities like that in black schools, because black communities try to stay away from it about sexuality. Or preaching and saying that it's okay. I mean, I don't see that really happening at all. I would need to know where he's getting his information from.
Yeah, he's got a lot of toxic ideas, out there. But the reason why he recently came up on social media was because they found out that, initially his videos used to be he'll be in the studio or he'll be in a house, and then slowly, all of a sudden, his videos started he would be in his car. And he'd be in his car and he would constantly look around him. And they kept wondering. And then at some point, all his videos were outside.
Right.
Why?
Those are the parts.
And then someone put 2 and 2 together and said, it's possible that he's homeless.
Oh, no.
They were like, he might be homeless. And that was when Umar Johnson just had a resurgence online and people just started cracking jokes, started bringing up all these videos. That was where I got all these videos from. Look at this one that he's saying that he said no reparations for. No, I played this one for you.
I saw that one. It's so stupid.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't be eligible for reparations apparently.
Really?
Because he said something about if you dyed your hair or you do anything that makes you look white. I straighten my hair. I do blowouts. So I won't be able to participate in that.
Yeah, he's quite
for real African black women. Sorry.
Yeah, no reparations for having any kind of European behavior.
I'm sorry.
And I will say it again.
Yeah, European behavior.
Twice.
This one was when he was getting Red Lobster donations. He didn't let us hear one.
Donations.
Oh gosh, this dude is a joke. Please.
It's a joke.
Donations. Gifts.
He's holding a Red Lobster card.
At the least, you're helping someone who's in need.
More gifts.
If he's homeless, you're helping him.
Gifts.
You notice he's in his car.
What I'm saying, if he's homeless, I mean,
but you see when he was reading out donations and he shouted out a lady that sent him $15.
Yeah, he said
next time do more, man.
He is a case.
He said, I know you're trying, but next time do more.
Before I give any black folks any type of resources from reparations, you cannot.
This was when he still had the house. It looked like he's in the hotel.
If you're not with a black woman.
Anybody who's
dating out the race do not get reparations.
Okay, Omar.
I'm being straight serious about that. You do not get any reparations if you don't live in a black community.
Okay. Well, I
I'm
guess I
serious
can't get
about
one.
that.
This is where I live
You're
now.
not
Yeah, I
getting
guess I get one.
reparations
I live in a
if
black
you have
community.
weave
Thank
or
you.
perm or blonde hair.
Weave,
Any
blonde.
type of European behavior.
Oh yeah,
you don't get
you're not.
reparations.
I straightened my hair yesterday. I'm
Any
sorry.
type of
Sorry, you're not getting.
My hair is
you
natural
don't
though.
get reparations.
But
That's
it's
the
European.
I'm sorry.
It's European. That's why.
Not when humidity hits it.
I wish I could find that video of him.
And I'm gonna throw this last one here. This is a real Hotep nigga. This is like the one on the more extreme end. This one is called Yada. His name is Yada.
Oh no! Please, let's not give him any publicity. Please. This guy doesn't believe menstruation is a thing that should happen to women. Really? He says we eat too much meat and meat.
Hold on.
If you can't control you eating a chicken.
Oh, this one, yeah.
If you cannot control you putting a hot dog, what kind of grown ass man wants to put a hot dog in their mouth anyway?
Hot dogs are
You will
good.
never understand or be able to control the schlong.
The schlong.
Yeah, black men have schlong.
Black men have schlong.
Deal with cocks and penises.
No, they do.
Anyway, we have to get right into that.
You see
What's
me
with
in
the
his
outfits,
teams.
though?
You see me in his teams.
Outfits, though.
The teams, man, they're mad. They're mad. But
Black
yeah,
men
I just find them
Black men have
fascinating. I'm not putting them on our platform to like promote them or anything. I just find it so, that like you hear about these little circles and these little, the kind of like the way you had Tiger King and you had like the little world that you're just like they're so wild. This is how you learn about these people's worlds, like this Hotep culture, and you're like, where are they getting these things from? It's so out of like mainstream.
Fatunde Oguntade.
I know it's wild.
Where did he get that from?
But yeah, I just thought that was funny. I've been holding on to those clips for like weeks now. I've been looking for an opportunity to play them.
Oh, God. You didn't play the one with he asked for, what was he looking for, a big booty receptionist or something like that?
Oh, shit.
That one was funny.
That was funny.
Someone needs to get him a better tailor because this is African attires are not it, man.
Was it this one? Hold on. I think it might have been this one.
Peace and love, family. It's the Prince of Pan-Africanism. King Kong consciousness.
No, it wasn't this one. He was sitting at a table or something when he made that comment.
He is so ridiculous.
He's hiring.
Yeah, and it's hilarious to me. But yeah, man. I think that was about everything that I had for today. Unless there's something else out there.
There's nothing else. Corona is ruling the world right now. No one's really doing anything.
It is. But
yeah, I'm
even the celebrities, there's not much going on.
Did you guys see? Did you guys see the video of Imagine?
Who?
Imagine.
Hold on, I gotta play it for you guys. See, this is why I don't like celebrity culture. I find them so self-absorbed.
Oh,
and
with Gal Gadot?
Completely out of touch.
Who's it?
Yeah, that was really bad.
So do you know Gal Gadot? Is it Gal Gadot?
Oh,
Gal
Gadot.
Wonder Woman.
She's Wonder Woman.
Wonder
She's
Woman.
Israeli.
Yeah.
And I guess she got some of her Hollywood friends. This was like when the Corona started to peak.
Oh God.
She got one of her some of her Hollywood friends. I guess they wanted to do something. Okay, so I think what inspired her was in Italy. They used to do these backyard playing thing. You know those high rises where they're like playing music. The apartment buildings where they're playing music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like the buildings are the outside is facing to each other.
Right,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so they were I think they had played a Beatles song. And I guess she wanted to just kind of take it on from there. So she made this clip of her and her celebrity friends. And it just seems so out of touch.
So stupid.
But
stupid.
Yeah.
Donate money. You have money to donate to things. We
Yeah.
don't want to hear your horrible voices singing stupid songs.
Yeah,
That's
it really
I
sounded.
had to see this.
It really sounded out of touch. It was a bunch of them, but yeah, this is it. Oh no!
Sometimes I prefer when these people just keep quiet.
No, because there's some of them are spoofs. That's why I'm trying to avoid the ones that have spoofs in it.
Go on her
Okay,
Instagram,
it's here.
on her
It's here.
Twitter page. It's probably there.
I found it.
Day 6 in self-quarantine. And I gotta say that these past few days got me feeling a bit philosophical.
Okay.
You know, this virus had affected the entire world, everyone.
For real?
Doesn't matter who you are.
She's Israeli, by the way.
We're all in this.
She's kind of hot though.
That's why they made
She's
that one.
pretty.
That's why
Yeah.
they made that one.
Yeti.
Yeah, you might have
Sorry.
to keep quiet doing.
Video
Oh, she can't see it.
Italian guy playing the trumpet in his balcony to all the other people who were locked inside their homes. And he was playing Imagine, and there was something so powerful and pure about this video. And it goes like this. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try.
Cringe.
Please.
Yeti.
Lord, above us only sky. Imagine all the people
living for today. Yeah.
Imagine there's no countries, yeah.
But if you listen to the wordings of the song, the wordings of the song is they're not necessarily something that you're trying to hear in the midst of a coronavirus.
That if you're sick and there's no heaven, you're gonna die.
So
this is it.
The only thing
this is all you got.
The only thing
there's a longer version too.
The only thing I saw that made sense was Matt. Is it Matt Damon? No, who did Contagion?
Yeah,
Matt Damon. Where he had a PSA where, you know, he said they reached out to them and said they wanted the cast of Contagion to have like a virtual reunion and put out a PSA, and he said they had verified everything you were going to say first with doctors and scientists, and basically, you know, he first started with, look, Contagion was just a movie. And, you know, this is real life, and just brought out similarities between them, but was giving people tips. Now, I thought that made sense. You know, was giving people like real life, wash your hand tips and stuff like that. Not this imaginary thing that has no effect on anybody. Like, this is just them trying to stay relevant.
Yeah, but then after the first clip, the other celebrities hopped on. I guess
to stay relevant.
I guess they were like, oh yeah, because you know what's going on, right? I think here's what's going on. I think they're not getting enough attention.
They're not anymore, so they don't know what else to do.
And they're just dying for any attention.
But I do agree with the tone deafness of it, because they're thinking that, oh, I'm helping you.
You're not.
By you seeing me, your favorite celebrity, singing a song, I am helping you. No, you're not.
And look at the original.
No, you're not.
And look at the original video. The original video of people who, the Italian people.
That's all of them. That's Sia too.
So the Italian people she actually were talking about, those guys are locked up in
they
their
were locked up.
house,
That was why.
and they were trying to entertain themselves, not the world. But somebody recorded it, obviously, and it clipped. This is stupid.
That's the original Wonder Woman.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
This is, please stop this.
This is the other ones that joined after. He's an actor. He's an actor.
I thought it was a runner.
There are some of them that had surprisingly good voices, though.
Oh, okay.
But most of them didn't.
Come on, my guy. Why you?
That's Oberyn.
So
even Will Ferrell.
I love Will Ferrell.
But my thing is,
you look crazy.
It's all.
I love
It's all.
it,
Can you? Are you watching the whole thing, Corey?
It's almost done.
Yeah,
It goes on and on.
But my stuff is each one of them now.
I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one.
At least you can put some instrumentals with that joint, though.
Maya
Well, it's easier said than done when you're in your mansion with your basketball court.
Exactly.
You see, like I saw the clip. I saw the clip of this guy. There was this guy who made a clip. It was like, celebrities right now. He was sitting in a pool drinking like a mimosa, and it was like. It was mimicking celebrities right now. It's like, you know, oh my God, so the bowling alley went out and there's nobody to come fix it. You know, like this is what really goes on in their life. There's nothing. I would rather be stuck in house for a year than be stuck outside. You know, you guys have the comfort of everything.
Right.
But
they
how
can
is
hop
this?
on their private jets,
Yes,
get wherever they need to.
Wherever they need to go to.
Helicopter.
But they do these things to say, hey, I am you know, I am just like you.
Yes.
I'm feeling this 6 days quarantine also.
Did you see the Madonna video?
No, which Madonna video?
I did see that one.
I saw that.
She's like,
that
we're all
was
equal
so out of
now.
touch too. All these celebrities are just ridiculous.
You need to see this, Wale.
She was basically taking a bath.
Let me go see what Tina
bath
Fey has been
with
saying about this.
Roses
I know that's
and stuff
that's the
in
one
it.
girl who's
Like,
gonna,
really? What is this helping anybody?
They are so out of touch. I don't know, like, do they have PR people?
And I don't even think
It's because they've been celebrities for a while. They don't know what regular people go through anymore. That's the problem.
And I don't even think it's about losing relevance as much because we have nothing else better to do but watch their movies and listen to their music.
I just always
we'll remember
How about
you.
use a celebrity to do good for the world? Donate money. You have money to donate. Donate money to society. And
this,
like, come on.
This infatuation we've put with wanting to hear what celebs have to say about a certain incident is like, what do they know about it?
Yeah, it's kind
Oh yeah, so I saw that. So somebody posted a you know that Dave Chappelle skit about not skit, but that clip about when 9/11 happened. They were asking Jarrell how he felt. We don't care how Jarrell feels. We don't care about what you feel right now.
Yeah.
He said it was like,
Dave Chappelle did have
on the phone. We got
Ja
Rule right now.
Yeah. I want to know what you think about.
What do you want to think? Yeah.
I wish I could have found. They probably
that is what this thing is.
She was sitting half naked. Well, she was naked in the bathtub.
Yeah.
She had someone playing like some background music. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was Madonna. You never saw it?
Oh, I saw the clip. I saw it with the tub.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, she was in the bathtub. I'm just like,
how about they need to take cues from Rihanna, who's donating money to New York and other places to help them with their ventilators and all that stuff.
So Yeti, hold on a second. Hold on.
How old you are?
She had the nerve to play background music. That's the part that hit. Yeti, shh.
It's the great equalizer. And what's terrible about it is what's great about it. What's terrible about it is it's made us all equal in many ways. And what's wonderful about it.
Same way
as you sit in your marble tub.
Yep.
With rose petals.
We're all equal, man.
We're the same.
Yeah, same way I felt about Dwayne Wade's son of your daughter being the voice of reasoning and struggle while you're chilling on a golf cart on a golf course. Okay.
We're not the same.
We're not the same, man.
You had sex with animals too and made a book about it.
Yeah, you guys heard about that?
She did had sex with animals.
But I'm saying, like, and she still has a career. Like,
Wait, so what was it? A horse?
It was a horse. It was a snake. It was a bunch of stuff.
How did you have sex with a snake?
Back when Madonna made that book.
You know,
of bestiality.
You know, Tupac was there. He
had sex with Madonna.
Yeah, they used to mess around. I think they were even boyfriend and girlfriend at one point.
Yeah, I think they were.
Yep,
well,
they were.
But
she did or
she was
something.
much younger then,
Didn't she
so
say?
She could get it at that point, not now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, I don't judge him.
Are you still playing the video?
No, I'm done.
I'm not gonna judge him.
So what I was saying was, they all need to be quiet and take cues from Rihanna, who's actually donating money. And you saw Andrew Cuomo shouted her out on his Twitter that she donated all PPEs to New York and I think she donated like $5 million or something like that.
Oh wow!
To New York to help them with the hospital.
That's huge.
Yeah, talk
huge.
less.
That's what they should be doing. They all have money. Be quiet and just donate money. We don't need to hear your voice.
Yeah,
you don't even have to donate money. Just shut the fuck up.
Well,
no, I'd rather you donate money.
I would rather, but even if you want to be stingy with
you'll
your
write
money,
it off
that's
and get
fine.
it back.
If you want to be stingy, but this is not a way of. How does this
This
make
is
me
not
feel?
it.
This is not it. I feel
celebrities. They're dying for that attention.
They are dying for attention. They also feel like I want to be involved.
What's your outro song?
I want you 4 a.m.
Okay.
I want you to be involved. I want you to know that I feel what you're feeling. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't, but thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
I know. Okay.
But yeah, I think that's about everything that I pretty much exhausted all my topics for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, there's nothing else going on. It's mostly Corona.
I see you tried to. Go ahead, sorry.
You said what? Yitzi, you were saying?
I said everything is mostly Corona dominated right now in pub and society. Nothing else is going on.
I typed it in now. It's not coming up.
You don't see any song?
No, there's no song. There are other 4 a.m. songs.
Manny?
Manny?
Yeah.
Manny?
Yeah.
All right. So before I play this video, any last words? Because again, we might be gone for a while.
You want.
We might be gone for a while. I just want to make sure that we get whatever we need to get out there.
My last thought is listen to scientists. They know what they're talking about.
Yeah, but you
End of
got,
story.
but and I get what you're saying, Yeti. But I do want to caution. We get that we need to listen to scientists, but scientists are not necessarily the ones that are going to come up with the solutions because it's not just a science solution. It is. No, it's not.
Disease.
No, it's not.
What do you mean?
It's not just about science. It's also about economics. It's also about public policy. It's all about it's different components.
Corey, at this point, the disease is what's taking precedence, right? Without the disease being cured or solved or whatever, and the solution to the disease, listen to scientists.
Oh, but all I'm just saying is that when it comes to solutions, it's not just about just science. There's also other consequences that we have to take in factor in. There's the public policy portion of it, which is what you do, right? Public health policy, right?
Which is scientists.
Well, I won't necessarily call that Dr. Fauci. That's a different type of scientist.
That's his specialty. He's an immunologist.
Yeah, but then there's also the economic side of things that we also have to take into consideration
Without people.
Yeah, but if we shut down the economy, then there might not be people too. There's a balance, is what I'm saying. There's a balance, is all I'm saying. Is a balance.
All I'm saying is listen to scientists.
No, but scientists don't run the country.
That's what I'm
Scientists
saying.
don't. I know economists. Scientists are not. They don't run a country. You
They're
can't
not
just
police
say-
officers.
They're
They're
not
not.
police
They're
officers.
not
Yeah,
the
you
ones.
cannot just say,
We have
sit
to
in your
mobilize
house, yeah.
people. Like
That's why I said
you can't
every
just sit in
country is
your
doing
house
what
now.
is best for them. You can't just say everybody. It's simple. Just the simplest thing a scientist can say is everybody sit down in your house. But they're much more complex situations.
way
than that. Way
far more complex.
situations
That's why I
than
wanted
that.
to just. I get where you're coming from, but I want to also put it out there that it's not just about science. Danny,
All I'm saying is listen to scientists.
You're speaking from one side. There's more than one side to a situation.
Okay.
Well,
Danny.
the only thing I have to say is that I think that this situation for everyone, people should just be grateful. Just think about all the good things that you do have. I know there's a lot of people out of work. I know a couple of people in my family have lost their jobs. So it just be appreciative of what you have because I don't know. To look at the bright side to help you get through it for those who have some issues going on.
Yes. Wale, you last what?
Yeah, it's not as simple as looking at one way, and I'm not attacking Yeti, but there's a reason why scientists don't make decisions in the world. There's a
If
reason
we
why
listen to them from the beginning,
we have
but this will not be
politicians.
happening right
It's
now.
still not that easy as listening to them from the beginning. The next time this thing happens to, I'm sure, and scientists do get some things wrong sometimes if we're being honest, but everybody should find a middle ground. That's just where it is. Scientists come up with your solutions. The politics side, let the politicians deal with it. And let's see. You can't lock everyone up in the house and then we go into Great Depression for 5, 6, 7 years based on everybody was in the house. And then you come out of the house with no work. You come out of the house with no money. You come out of the house with nothing. Do you get what I'm saying? So there are different factors to just sitting in the house. USA is too big to just tell everyone to shut down.
It's 350 million
Yeah,
people.
it's too big. It can't happen. Italy is a smaller economy, a smaller country. The economy here is too large to shut it down. But hopefully, God willing, and like Danny said, everybody, just pray, hope, and do your part. Wash your hands, keep your distance, stay safe. If you see symptoms, go get checked, and that's it.
I don't have any other last words outside of the fact that I kind of missed doing
Oh yeah,
this.
and this might be the last time because I don't think I'm risking my life for this podcast, man.
I kind of miss doing this. I'm hoping you guys come back next week. Nah, I'm playing. I'm playing, but I'm really hoping this subsides. I'm actually hoping we can come back before the end of April, but if not, then we'll just have to see
Well,
where
we
it
know that
goes.
FaceTime works, so you can come here and just FaceTime the rest of us.
I could.
Yeah,
I actually could. But before I go off, please don't forget to subscribe. We are on Facebook, Smiling Sufferer. We're over there. We're on YouTube.
Talk about we're over
Search
there.
for
Your phone
up
is not even
Smiling Sufferer.
recording anymore.
Your phone's dying.
The phone's dying.
No, it's still recording. We're on YouTube. Click on the subscribe link. You see where I'm pointing right there. Click the bell button. You actually have to click the bell button. We're on Instagram, smiling_sufferer. We're on Twitter @smilingpod. And Wale, please, can you take us out?
4 a.m. by Manny Norte. What's it? I forgot what it is.
Manny Norte.
Not Manny Norte. Featuring Slack, Rema, and Tion with Black, whatever.
Rema and
Manny Norte is Ghanaian, British. He's in the Afrobeats community in England, where he's Ghanaian.
Oh, okay.
Black is American.
African American. He's from Atlanta.
Rema is Nigerian. Tion is British.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he has an African root in him, but he's British.
Okay. Well, check this out.
It's called 4 a.m.
Thank you.